call this Bang Bang.
Seriously?
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. Pull up, bitch.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up.
Objection. Objection.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. KO. Bang bang.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. You're a bitch, bro.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. Right?
Yeah.
The bang bang, the bang bang. Pull up. The bang bang, the bang bang. Pull up.
Bang, bang.
Right?
Yeah.
The bang bang, the bang bang. Pull up. The bang bang, the bang bang.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
All right, Mr. Lally, your next witness, please.
Yes, Your Honor, the Commonwealth will call Trooper Michael Proctor to the stand. Please state your name and spell your last name for the jury.
Michael Proctor, Proctor.
You're a bitch, bro.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up.
I'm going to allow it.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up.
I'm going to allow it.
Bang, bang.
My name's Aiden Carney.
Known online as
Turtle Boy and is a senior editor for
TBDailyNews.com.
They call me
Dr. Turtle Boy.
It's my preferred pronoun. Daddy.
What's up, Daddy?
Journalism Jesus. A. Timothy Carney.
The one and only Turtle Boy.
Turtle Boy. What's up, Slick? The doctor is here.
This guy's a bad motherfucker.
That's quite the intro.
I've broken a lot of major stories. I've been doing it for about 11 years. I used to be a high school teacher.
Turtle Boy has changed a lot over the years. I was once a blogger, but now I'm much more accurately known as an award-winning journalist, a satirist, and an activist. Boom!
They're screaming your name here.
You're the crowd daddy.
Crazy.
People either love me or hate me.
Listen, Turtle, all right?
But either way, they're watching.
Don't make such fun of the criminal justice system.
Stop it. I'm never gonna stop. This fight's just getting started. Now let's get this party started. Yo, what's up, turtle people? How's everyone out there doing tonight? Good? Good, excellent. Welcome to the live show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aiden Carney. You can call me a variety of names if you'd like, ranging from up to and included, but not limited to A. Timothy Carney. That's my true crime name. Journalism Jesus. That's my spiritual name. You can call me Uncle Turtle Boy. That's my old school name. You can just call me Turtle Boy. It's probably the most common thing, but I prefer Dr. Turtle Boy. I've earned it because if Judd Welch is a doctor, then so am I. You can call me what else? Daddy, if you'd like. I understand for some people that might be a little bit weird, but for others it might be flirtatious, playful, a little exciting. So I will allow it. You can call me different, derivatives of that, including Fridge Daddy, Crowd Daddy, and or Theater Daddy. I don't care what you call me though. Just be here every Tuesday and Saturday night, and make sure you smash that subscribe button for me. Hook it up. Smash that subscribe button for me. We're we have the rare chance to cross the 163,000 subscriber threshold twice. So go ahead and do it. We're at 162,823. So go ahead and smash that subscribe button for me if you haven't already. We're up to right now. We have 2,357 people watching. So I bet you a few hundred of you haven't hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and do that for me. Hook it up. Hook it up. All right, cool. But all right, welcome. What else is going on? Hold on. I gotta turn the AC on. It's hot. Today's like the last hot day there. It's just too stuffy. Hold on. All right, we're back. Okay, so yeah, did I forget anything else? Yeah, anyway, if you guys want to have your messages read out loud to the class tonight, you can click the link at the top for Turtle Chat, or you can cash at me at $ Uncle Turtle Boy. You can pay whatever you want, say whatever you want. I will read it out loud to the class. We'll have a good time. Do it that way. So, okay, let me start off with some Turtle Chats. But I will, if it's like one of these divisive ones, I'm not really going to read it. I've decided that I'm just going to I have zero interest in what people would call drama anymore. Like I've said what I had to say about JFK and his program there the other day. I said what I had to say, and that's it. So after that, Jeff from Compelling Pictures, who is producing the documentary that I'm being featured in and doing the movie, he knows JFK somehow, and so he reached out to him and tried to like squash the beef, right? And so I reached out to JFK. I think it was yesterday morning. I texted him. And is the Dono link not at the top? The Dono link's at the top. Yeah. So I reached out to JFK and I texted him, and it sounds like, like it was silly. Like it was like, we got absolutely nowhere. I was under the impression that you wanted to like detente this thing. I don't know. Like, I don't know. And he did not. He responded the opposite way, like just asking questions like, yo, why you doing this? Why you treating Kara Reed disrespectful? Blah, blah. Like he's the white knight for Kara Reed. So I'm like, well, okay. I told him, I'll read what I told him just to keep it clear. Just in the spirit of transparency here, because I'm not looking at, it's just a waste of time. So I was like, I said, because I said earlier, I think I said on my bus stop live that I'm like, I'm never going to stop. Like, because that's one of my sayings. Like, I'm not going to stop. It's in my opening monologue. And I said that, and I made a joke. I think I called them the Suboxone sisters. And so that was a joke. All right. And because that's what we do, right? We say jokes. Okay. But he's like, bro, you're not going to act like you are in the right. Okay. You did this to Karen. You're a bad person, blah, blah, blah. I said, I'm never going to stop blogging, exposing corruption, etc. No matter how hard people try to distract me, put me in jail, smear me, only makes me work harder. And I said that Jeff told me he spoke to you last night and said you wanted to end this. And then you did your stream, which obviously I haven't watched the whole thing, but it sounds like the opposite of ending it. And he just went on and on and on. And I'm like, well, I just want to end this. Like, that's basically what I said over and over again. I'm like, so do you want to end this? And so I don't know. You know, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, do you want me to say something on my show saying I support you? Like, what do you want to do? Like, that's it. So I have no idea. He's not worth my energy. If you can't, like, you know, you're entitled to your opinion about him, but that's I've already said everything I need to say. So, you know, it's hard when you're in my line of work and you like talk for a living and you defend yourself and you come out firing and all this stuff, right? And you know, with this, it's like I have no choice but not to talk. But I want to talk, but I'm just not going to. So, you know, because you have lawyers and they're telling you not to talk about something. So you don't, and it's kind of like picking a fight on somebody with their hands kind of tied behind their back, because I'm limited on what I can say, obviously. Like in this whole thing, none of this needed to, like, what was the point of all this? I just don't get it. I don't get it. And it's like, while I'm out on bail, like that's the big thing. That's the cowardly part about this whole thing. It's like, you know, while you're out on bail, you know, being like accused of something and you can't even respond because you're the one that's out on bail and you can't respond. And they're like, yo, why aren't you responding? Why aren't you saying this? What's up with that? It's like, okay, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. So anyway, there's really nothing more for me to say about that. So you guys do whatever you want to do. If you want to unsub to me over that shit, see you later. Like, I can't wait till you fucking never come back. But the sad part about it is you're gonna come back. You're just not gonna hit the subscribe button. You're gonna fucking watch. Admit it. Y'all watch. You always fucking watch. You're never gonna stop watching me. That's the bottom line. I don't watch all their shit or everybody's shit, but they watch mine. This is the fucking alpha show. Everybody knows that with the FKR movement. It's just a fact. Oh, he's cocky, he's arrogant, but it's the fucking truth. And you know it's the truth, period. And it is what it is. And they're like, oh, we got the top dog on the ropes. We got him on something. Now's our chance to make a name for ourselves, right? And it's like, well, okay. We'll see. We'll see. If you think that I'm going to get taken down, bro, look at the picture behind me, dude. I'm doing this again in a couple months and nothing's going to change. No one else can do that. So let's see you do it. That's what I'm going to do in a few months. So anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Also, I found out, I mean, people keep messaging me about, are you being charged with a felony in New Jersey? The t-shirt lady who I wrote 2 articles about her because she was scamming or claiming that she was selling FKR merch, whichever, you're entitled to do that, of course. But I had received a lot of complaints from people about the fact that she said that she was donating 50% of profits to the Free Karen Reeb movement. And, you know, what's up with that? And she donated $300 like a month after the trial was over. And so I simply messaged, and she also was selling Turtle Boy shirts and with like my name on it and my likeness. And it's like, well, that's my shit. Like, that's my, you can't. And she said that she was giving half the profits of the shirt sales to me, and I never got anything from her at all. I never got anything from her at all. So I messaged her about it, and I asked her questions if she had like receipts or anything. And of course she didn't. And she got real defensive and started like attacking me. And we had a back and forth. I don't say anything bad. And then next, she apparently went to a courthouse in Paterson, New Jersey, and got a temporary restraining order against me. It's temporary. We haven't had a 2-party state yet. And she claims that there is a felony charges on me now, or level 4, whatever the New Jersey, whatever they call it down there. And that they say I'm going to get my bail revoked over it. So I have no idea. I have not received anything in the mail. I've seen people are messaging me about it. That's all I know. So I have no idea. I mean, this is this is a lot of absurd things. But again, like all I did was this is what I do for a living. I write stories exposing people, scammers, often scammers I read about. And she appeared to be a scammer because she clearly was not donating 50% of her profits to the Free Karen Reed Justice Fund. She didn't even donate till after the trial was over. And apparently in New Jersey, you could just go into any courthouse, say, we don't even know what she alleged, what she said, what she told them. But according to them, they claim that I have been charged with, let's see here. Cyber harassment, sending or posting obscene materials with intent to do something, with a court date for November 17th at 9:00 in Passaic Superior Court, which is in Patterson. I mean, this is what they claim. So, I mean, it's like, what? I mean, obviously we're going to beat this if this appears to be an actual charge. So I have no idea what she said to get this charge. I've done absolutely, I mean, I'll show you the article. I mean, who knows what this woman said to get this charge? Let's see what we have here. So if you'll recall, like, this was the article and it said New Jersey woman. No, wait, we don't want that one. That was the second one I did. They called her a grifter again. So if she has an issue with the word grifter, or if she's saying that something I'm saying in here is untrue, the appropriate venue for that is to sue me for defamation. Like, that's not a criminal allegation. That's not a criminal charge. Anyone can sue anyone, right? So she's saying that this is a felony. So I wrote, New Jersey boomer grifter says she's filing harassment charges on Turtle Boy for asking her to stop selling Crowd Daddy shirts and lying about donating half of profits to Karen Reed Defense Fund. And, you know, this woman was, here they are, you know, selling all these hats. Okay. I said, obviously there was a lot of support for the defense. People are allowed to sell merchandise. However, many people are uneasy with unrelated parties like Donna, who seem to be profiting off of a tragedy. She lives in New Jersey, has never come to a single event. For that reason, in order to sell merchandise in these groups, you must donate some of your profits to the Karen Reed Legal Defense Fund. And she claimed she was doing that. You know, so this is June 26th. She says, praying to raise money for Karen and Aiden both. So she said she's raising money for me. Okay. I will hopefully become in the standout. She never came. And she's selling all this stuff. Okay. Inbox or friend requested me. I will be donating to KR and Aiden. She said it repeatedly that she's donating to me. I never received a dime from her, but she was using my name and, quite frankly, my struggle to enrich herself. Like, I've been arrested. That's why I need money, is because I've been arrested and charged with a crime. And she saw what I've been going through, and she saw this as an opportunity to enrich herself and sell money and make things and sell merchandise. And like, she's selling a lot of shit. She's constantly posting about, you know, and everybody's posting pictures of their kids in the merch and all this stuff. And, you know, with John O'Keefe's life, you know, just John O'Keefe's likeness on it. I mean, I thought that was kind of gross. And she misspelled. She wrote, if Chloe bit, you must acquit, except she spelled it Chol. Okay. And Laura St. Pierre is like, I designed this patch and you kind of stole it from me. Anyway, people kept asking her, are the profits being donated to Karen? Yes. Okay. Anything left goes to the Karen Reed Legal Defense Fund. And again, it's just, she kept saying that she's going to donate to me. And a lot of people thought this whole thing was shady. And then she starts selling these shirts, and that gets my attention. Okay. And so I contact her and I said, I haven't received any money, or have I? Okay. I go, you didn't ask my permission. Well, I did not expect you to be this way. And the only reason I made it was, first, I have been following you for almost 4 years. Now I'm part of your group and truly just wanted to try and help out. How is that helping me? He said, make an Aiden shirt. So somebody told her to make it. And I'm truly not trying to make a buck off you. And then she sends one of her people after me. And we're like, we have no idea what you're talking about. I'm like, you didn't expect me to stand up for myself? You know, you're profiting off of the fact that I'm facing 105 years in jail. Who were you helping by selling t-shirts with my name and likeness on them? And let me tell you something for real. I don't know what the fuck you think you are, okay? Are you a trademark? My lawyer asked me to ask you. I don't know who you think you are, but you should really humble yourself. You are a bad person, because I asked her to stop selling t-shirts of my likeness in which she claimed she was donating half the profits to me, to my legal defense fund, and she wasn't. So she was lying. She said she was donating money to me, and then she didn't. She just kept it. So she saw my struggle and profited off of it. And I go, you're going to file charges on me for harassment? What? You messaged me along with your admin that, by the way, I sent a what? I just asked her to stop. So we have this back and forth. She's yelling at me. I'm like, that's my likeness. You don't need a trademark to prevent people from monetizing your likeness. That's fine. Just do it what you want. I'll handle it my way. Put me on your stream, whatever. I'm telling you, I promise you, I will be pressing charges on you if I what? So this is, I'm like, okay, because ratchets are always like threatening to press charges on you for shit. But I'm like, pressing charges on me for what? I just asked you to stop selling a t-shirt because you appear to be scamming people. I'm not a scammer. I didn't sell junk. I eventually donated it, she said. I actually even donated it. I live in a nice house. I drive a nice car. I have money. I don't need to make money off of you or Karen Reed, but she can't spell. Twice. Okay. Who is the real scammer? You picked the, I mean, she's the one coming after me. I mean, look at all these messages she's writing. And I'm just asking her questions. And she's like, just shut up before I blast. I mean, how is this not a threat? Just to shut you up before I blast you. What does that mean? She's going to blast me? I'm going to send your receipts, okay? Then you could shut your big mouth. So she's going to blast me. So she's like, I'm going to send receipts and prove I'm not a scammer. Okay. I go, well, I'm not threatening you. I'm asking you to stop selling shirts with my likeness on it and not donating any of the profits to me. And stop harassing people. I said, okay. So she offered to send the receipts. And I go, yes, please send the receipts. I'm going to make sure $25 gets to you because I saw 4 shirts and I will never sell a shirt again with a turtle with the crown to think I even put a crown on your head. So she thinks it's all good because she put a crown on the turtle's head. And when you go on the New Jersey website, it looks like she just made a complaint. But I saw something different. The portal shows that it's been charged. I don't know. It's like a complete list of how much shirts you sold, how much you sold them for, and how much you donated to Karen Reed's defense fund. Are you my boss? No, but she offered to show receipts. I go, you claim to be donating half your profits to the legal defense fund. I'd like to see evidence of that. I never said half, first of all. She definitely said half. We got screenshots of her saying half. And look, what about other people? So you're donating less than half the profits. Who else is making tons? And so she's going on and on and on. I go, you sold a lot of shirts. I'd like to see an accounting of that. Now, now, does she have to show me this? No, she doesn't have to show me anything. It's her right. She doesn't have to show me anything. I'm not the police. I can't make her show me receipts. She offered to show me receipts. So I'm asked, she's offered to show me receipts. I go, okay, cool. Can you show me your receipts, your accounting of this to see how much you've made? And if you've really donated half of the profits to the Karen Reed Legal Defense Fund. And then she's like, why are you, I don't have to show you. You're right. You don't have to show me. You offered it. So that's why I'm asking. I see your views are dropping. I see people aren't liking you. And again, I don't report to you. But just for the satisfaction, I'm going to send you receipts. Okay. Thanks, please. Please send the receipts. Much appreciated. Have a good day. And then she messages me, keep it up. You'll be hearing from my attorney. I said, okay, have them email me. They never did. Don't you worry. I already made a report at the police station. I'm going to be filing charges against you. Stop texting me. You're really not well. I said, you're the one messaging me, ma'am. Wrong again. Again, the person who doesn't just keeps messaging me, the person who feels bothered by me, wrong again. I didn't happen to see your last message. I go, I'm a woman, not a sir. And you started all this. Now, please stop. I said, sir, what police department will I be hearing from? I just want to be on the lookout. Stop messaging me. I'll ask for the 100th time. Okay. And so I said, look it, I am writing a story because I got to give her a chance to share her side of this, right? Because at this point, I've determined this woman is being dishonest. It appears as if she's being dishonest about where the money is going. You know? And so, what's this? Anyway, I'm just reporting the news here. She claims, I guess tonight on Twisted Tragedies, this woman said that she is going to, that if I talk about her at all on my show tonight, she's going to call the police on me and tell them I'm cyberbullying her. Okay. So, I mean, it's scary. Again, being out on bail and having this, it's just like, this is insane. I am just talking about what appeared to be the most insane, retarded charges I've ever heard, because I asked her for receipts that she offered in order to prove she's not scamming people. And she couldn't do that. I said, hi, Donna, I'm writing a story for publication and want to see if I could ask you a question for comment. Again, this is all professional. I go, you've claimed in several online postings that you're selling t-shirts in order to get justice for John O'Keefe. How exactly is selling t-shirts helping to get justice for John O'Keefe? And I said that here you said that half of all sales would be going to Karen. Do you have the receipts showing how much you made compared to how much you actually donated? You said that half would be donated. Okay. So I'm just a reporter asking questions. And she responds by saying, listen, psychopath, I have a ton of shirts still here. Leave me alone. You're a bully. Now we all want receipts of what you sold for Karen. I told you, press the charges on you and you keep going. I go, do you have any receipts to back this up, or was that a lie? I told you to stop texting me and you continue, so it must be on your mind. I said, I'm a journalist writing a story about people who use the FKR movement to scam people. And she just kept messaging me. I said, would you like to clear this up? Well, then you should be the headline of it because you're the biggest scammer out there. Again, this is not a person who is scared. This is not a person who's threatened. She could have blocked me. Like, I'm just literally a professional reporter asking her questions in a polite and friendly manner. Well, I don't know if friendly is the right word, but polite manner and professional manner. And she's yelling at me, telling me that I should be the headline of my own story. And then telling me, you've met your match, bud. High and mighty Aiden, get the fuck out of here. And I said, you are correct. You don't have to explain anything to me. I just wanted to give you a chance to share your side of the story, since many are claiming, and the evidence shows, that you are a scammer. And then she messages me more times. I told you to stop reaching out to me, texting me, leave me alone multiple times. You keep harassing me. Do I go press more charges on you or what? I'll bring my receipts in court. You're nobody, baby. You are a nobody. I don't have to explain shit to you. So there's like 5 messages. You must have a guilty conscience. You made so much money off of Karen Reed. It's disgusting, like really disgusting. People are seeing you for what you are, and you are the definition, definitely a stalker. You're a bully and you harass people. I said, more charges? I said, have charges already been filed? They haven't contacted me. So anyway, I don't, this is what just a million people are messaging me about this. That's what I don't know the whole story, but whatever. That's it. Anyway, let me read some turtle chats. All right. Patricia sends $5 or no, sends $10 and says, what is the most money you've ever made during a YouTube presentation? I have no idea. You could I bet you the antis know the answer to that question. The people who monitor everything that I do. So anyway, there's that. So thanks for that. Next. Barry Lewis sends, how much does Barry send here? $25 and goes, I caught Boston Mike and Tommy's stream last night from Friday. What a blessing it was to see Mikey back in the house. Let's get back to focusing on Officer John O'Keefe, free Turtle Boy. Yeah, I'd like to definitely get back to that. Although, when people say that we should get back to justice for John O'Keefe, I don't know what that means exactly. Like, I can't get inside 34 Fairview Road. I can't investigate it any further. So there's that. Next. Colleen sends $10 and goes, I've been following you for years. I came to see you at the Wilbur and will forever be a turtle rider. Stay strong, doctor. We got your back. Much love. Well, thank you, Colleen. William sends $5, goes, Nurse Kim, Melanie, Turtle Boy. That's it. My homies. I'm not big into, I do like all the people that you mentioned there, or the 2 other people who aren't me that you mentioned there. But I'm not big into like these people, but no one else. Obviously, my guy Will the Glare has been going through it unfairly. I don't know where it's like it's an online flame war between 2 content creators, and quite frankly, nobody knows the whole story, and it's just a pile on. Like, it's gross. Although I did listen to his stream from the other night, in which he's entitled to say what he wants to say. I don't disagree with anything he said on there. And I know the boots on the ground people who were in there, they obviously backed him up 100%. I mean, Will's done a lot, man. Will's done a lot to help justice for Karen Reed and justice for John O'Keefe. The dude has hosted many marathon fundraisers, including one on New Year's Eve, and raised a buttload of money for the Karen Reed Legal Defense Fund and mine. He lives in Tennessee, but he's come up here more times than I can count to go to court dates, to show his support, etc. So I don't get why all of a sudden it's become fashionable to trash on the Glare. Like, what's up with that? I mean, again, people, they kick you when they're down. It's like they think that you're down, and there's this whole like, it's like a grade school mentality. I mean, some of the insults too. It's like when you're making fun of his shoes, that's all you got. I mean, this is like childish bullshit. Childish bullshit. So I don't know what he's done besides defend himself and have his own opinions, but all of a sudden it became a pile-on. And like, I see in there, like, people like BLT, like, bro, what's your fucking problem, dude? Like, I don't know when all of a sudden BLT grew a set of balls. I've never tried. I didn't jump on the trash BLT train. I tried to give him constructive criticism, because he's been supportive of me. But then I see him jump in there and jump on this thing the other night with all of a sudden he's got fucking balls and saying shit. It's like, bro, go back. Stop it. That's not you, bro. Stop it. and all this shit. All of a sudden, everybody's getting gully in there. Everybody's jumping on him, and it's like, oh, so all of a sudden I said nice things about. I'm like, yeah, he got the Karen Reed body cam footage. Like that was good. I was happy for him that he did that. You know, I want BLT to succeed, but like he comes on there and like on a stream that's dedicated to bashing not only Will but me, and just piles on. And it's like, so BLT is gonna fucking do this now. He's gonna, I mean, you know how this ends, right, Brian? Like this doesn't end with me on the bottom. This ends with me on the fucking top. It always ends with me on the top. And I don't know why you want to start shit with me. Like, well, whatever. Yeah, I mean, Will, of course Will does. Will gives it as good as he gets it. No doubt about it. You know? She told him she's pissed about him going over that footage. I mean, pissed about a lot of stuff, but we could talk about that another time. But I don't know what BLT's problem is. When I saw that, I was like, wow. I just commented on his page. I'm like, that's gay, dude. Gay. I got nothing to say about that. I expected better from him, you know. I mean, all the people, it's like, if you guys want this to end, fucking make it end. And, you know, as we're seeing today, right, with John DePetro, it's like they're using this public rift as a way to try to get my bail revoked. So good job. I mean, if you guys, anybody who's actively pushing this and like trying to make it open and talk, like anybody who's doing this, just understand, like, it's undeniable. They're actively trying to get my bail revoked. Just that's what they're doing. They're actively trying to harm me, you know, criminally. And, you know, who knows? I mean, we're dealing with horrible, corrupt cops who want nothing more than to just come and arrest you and take your devices. They live for that shit. They live for that. And like, if you make an allegation publicly about somebody that somebody committed a crime, right? And you're like, I'm the victim of a crime. This person did this to me, right? That's what's called probable cause, people. Like that's all they need. They don't even need to interview you. That's probable cause. Like, we've seen what these people will do with probable cause to search. Have you read the warrant that they got to search my car and my devices? It didn't take much. It didn't take much at all. That's why I laugh when they said they couldn't go inside Brian Albert's house because they had no probable cause. It's actually really easy to get probable cause. And so for these people, it's just, oh, drama. This is a game. Yeah, let's talk about this. Answer this question. Why aren't you doing this? Just understand that everybody who's participating in this, and I mean fucking everyone who's participating in this and thinks this shit is fucking cute, or they have a right. It's like everyone who's doing that is actively trying to put me in jail. Just that's just an undeniable fact what they're fucking doing. And so that's, if you think that's cool, okay, if maybe you want me there, I don't know. But that is what you're trying to do. And that includes everyone who's doing it. Everyone. You know? So I wouldn't do that to somebody that I supported. I'm just saying. Because of online drama. I wouldn't do that to I don't know. It's just fucking weird. It's like evil. But anyway, yeah. So I would hope that, you know, there was a whole thing about, oh, there's kids. What? Okay. Well, they don't care about that too much, but because again, it's not just me. I've been to jail before. I've been to 60 days in jail and away from my kids. Worst time of my life ever. Don't want to go back, but you know. Anyway, so let's see. Aaron sends $25 and goes, looking forward to everyone growing the fuck up and stopping this drama. Keep doing you. We all support you, Nurse Kim, Jimmy, and the Glare. This is getting old. It is getting old. But you know what? I'm happy that it's died down the last few days. It's been good. And JFK's stream, I guess, last night was all about, or was it last night or 2 nights ago? I forget. Was, to his credit, drama free. And he talked about unrelated topic. I think they talked about the Kelsey Fitzsimmons stuff, and that's great. That's awesome. Good for them. That's what people should be doing. That's a case that's worth talking about. It's a right that needs to be wronged. The more eyes on that, the better. And so I'm happy that they're doing that, and I hope we continue in the spirit of let's just fucking move on. That's it. You know? Anyway, next. And I don't know the Ray from Dallas account, people like that. I don't know who Ray from Dallas is. People are saying it's AI. First of all, people were alleging it's the glare and other people. Have you guys met Will before? He's like fucking computer retarded. Like have you talked to him from the Glare Institute of Law and stuff like that? Like he's like computer for a guy that works on a computer. He's like computer retarded. So like the idea that the Glare can create a fucking AI voice and have like, I can't even tell you how fucking insane that is if you've ever met him. Again, Ray from Dallas claims to be a black man from Texas who is like, hates JFK, I guess. You know, I get it. It's like, it's an account that just emerged, I guess, and just started streaming and singularly seems to be focusing on JFK and doesn't show his face and supports me and supports Will. And so people are like, is it Turtle Boy or is it, well, certainly not me. I don't think anyone thinks it's me, but people are like, is it the Glare? And it's like, dude, I can't even tell you how crazy that is, you know? And, you know, I hope it's not an AI voice of anyone. If Ray from Dallas is an actual black man from Texas, right? You know, maybe you should, I think Ray should cam up. Why not? Why the fuck not? If you're in Texas, you got nothing to lose, right? You know, you're saying these things, you know, you might as well show your face. Who cares? You know, who cares? But people think he's real. I don't know. I listened to 15 minutes of him one time and I just didn't have time to listen to anything else past that. But like, I don't know, man. I don't know. But, you know, if it is an AI person, if it is if it is somebody close to me that's doing something like that, I would not approve of that, to be very clear of that. I would prefer if they just do it on their own name instead of pretending to be a black guy from Texas. But if it's an actual black guy from Texas at the same time, then he could prove prove everyone wrong. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. Could be like a Wade Hunter situation. But anyway, we'll see. Next. All right. Glamasu sends $25 and says New Jersey has a reasonable person standard. She is not reasonable, and there's plenty out there proving it. Again, we'll see. I have not been served or anything, so I'm going to let Better O handle that in the morning, and we'll see what happens. So there's that. K-Max sends $10 and goes, real talk, not throwing shade on mental health, but I really think JFK is and was going through a manic episode the last week or so. I don't know about JFK. I don't know if he's going. I've seen no signs of that. Maybe he is. Maybe he's not. I don't know. But certainly, be honest with you, Will shut his fucking channel down yesterday. I've never seen that before. He was in a bad place, man. And he's not one of these whiny people that like fucking complains about it, or because he understands that this is the game. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's like he's done a lot. And so I know what that feeling of betrayal feels like, you know, and he has done a lot to help the Justice for Karen Reed and John O'Keefe movement. And the fact of the matter is that he was unfairly brought up and accused of being taken of something he did not do, of something there's certainly fucking zero evidence over, and just completely falsely accused and thrown under the bus. And he has been helping out this whole time, raising funds, raising awareness, doing his thing, flying up here, doing all this stuff. And to imagine how you'd feel if you were in that situation and all of a sudden you're just thrown under the bus and everybody's kind of piles on you like that. Like, that's a shitty feeling. Like, and I get that he gives it as much as he gets it. I get that. But like, I don't know. I feel like his criticisms, whatever. I just hope we can all move past this, all parties. Like, I get it. But if he's going to stop, they got to stop too. Everybody's got to stop, period. All right, next. Bob sends 25 bucks and goes, Turtle Boy, I prefer only 3 names for you. Aiden, Hero, and National Treasure. Oh, I like those ones. I wish my Irish mother had given me a classic Irish name like Aiden. We need to raise money for a statue of you. Woo, that'd be nice. After you are eventually freed, Bob. That'd be dope. The turtle, an actual, it was already a Turtle Boy statue in downtown Worcester, but like an actual, like Turtle Boy thing, you know? That would be cool too. All right, next. Chloe Albert sends $5 and goes, I bid him. I see what you did there, Chloe. Appreciate it. I'm not sure if that's the same Chloe Albert who does the Chloe Albert Twitter account, but thank you, sir. Deanne sends $10 and goes, the disgusting way that Olivia has been treated by Christy and Dag this week is sick. She is an angel and part of your legal team. Unacceptable. She does not deserve to be another one of their victims. It needs to stop. Yeah, I don't get that either. So like, it's just from lowlifes. Like, it's like anybody doing that to Olivia. I saw people posting that like, oh, I think Flipperhead said it or something that like, oh, she's probably fat. That's why she doesn't want to show her face. I heard she gained weight. It's like, no, she didn't gain weight. Like, I've actually FaceTimed with Olivia. She's the same person who appears in her avatar. She's just fucking shy. Like, or whatever. Like, whatever she is, she just doesn't like camming up. You know, it's not her thing. She's a data junkie. You know what I mean? She likes to do shit behind the scenes. And what these people are doing, like this Dara Murphy, who's just a mentally ill cat lady who is estranged from her sister and has completely gone off the deep end and just makes wild accusations all day. You know, and Valerie says, okay, why are you saying that? Flip didn't say that. Valerie, I have that in text message. If you'd like to see the screenshot, I can make you look fucking stupid right now. Do you want me to show you the screenshot of him saying that? Just say yes. I'll fucking say, if you'd like, I will bet you $200 right now. I can fucking produce a text message. Will you take that bet? Will you? Because I can get it. I got it in writing. Would you like me to do that? I got it for you. If you want the fucking screenshot of that, I got him fucking saying that. And if he did say that, will you admit that's a scummy thing to do? Will you do that? Yes or no? I mean, that's what I need an answer from you on that one, Valerie. Because I know you've been a supporter of mine before. I've seen you before, and I appreciate that. So you're not going to take that bet. So you admit you were wrong. So you admit that I'm right. Because I will happily right now go in my fucking screen records. I fucking got it. I have never been more certain of anything in my entire life, and I can fucking prove it. If you would like me to do that, I can do that. Or you can admit you were wrong because he fucking said that. And the fact that you would deny that he said that makes me think that you agree that that's kind of fucked up, right? And the person that would lie to you about that, what else are they lying about? That might, things that you might want to consider. Man, people might want to start thinking about things for once. They might want to start thinking, well, why would this happen? Is there ever a situation in which I might do that? Is there any acceptable situation in which there might be more to the story? There might. I mean, we just spent the last 3 years, okay, defending a woman who was wrongly charged with murder, right? And for the first 15 months of it, the consensus was she did it, okay? That was the fucking consensus until I came around and fucking blew this whole thing up. And then there's fucking free Karen Reed, okay? And you can pretend I didn't fucking do that. You go, oh, you didn't. I saw it in court. We all know. We all fucking know. We all know the role that my journalism played in this. Okay. It's not even up for fucking debate. Right. And so we all know what happened here. We all know that this story was a lie from the beginning. The police were lying about what happened and people jumped to conclusions about it. And now you're doing the same fucking thing. You're doing the same thing and you can't even see it. And trust me, or don't trust me. You obviously don't trust me. It's fine. You don't have to trust me. Right. But this, if you think that this doesn't, the truth all doesn't come out, you're lying to yourself. You're delusional, you know? So didn't Betero ask everyone to stop talking about Olivia? Well, I got a turtle chat, so I'm going to talk about it, and I'm always going to defend Olivia. So, I mean, Olivia is awesome. How am I any better? For doing what? Defending Olivia, who is a friend of mine, who is as loyal as you could get, who has been a huge advocate for justice for Karen Reed and John O'Keefe, who's online, who Karen Reed and I used to send messages back and forth about Olivia's posts, and we didn't even know who she was. We're like, who is this girl? This girl is fucking brilliant. We would read her posts and be like, this girl's fucking awesome. Like, we need to talk to her. We need to communicate. She has been an invaluable resource for not only my team, my legal defense team, but for Karen's legal defense team. So you're right. I'm going to defend Olivia always, especially when she's being unfairly attacked by bad faith actors and all you people clutching your pearls over. Oh my God. Joe Flipperhead fucking, you're like, oh my God, recording without consent is oh my God, I'm going to lose my mind. And then he did it and you're all like, yeah, whatever. Because at the end of the day, you don't give a fuck about that. You don't. You do not fucking give a fuck at all about that. You're just pretending to. You don't actually care. Olivia's fucking awesome. She has done nothing wrong. And honestly, with Joe Flipperhead too, I don't want to fucking beef with Joe Flipperhead. I've said what I needed to say about Joe Flipperhead. That's it. Joe Flipperhead has made some really cool videos about the Free Karen Reed movement. And he has done a really good job, right, about using social media to spread awareness about, this injustice that happened in a place where he doesn't live too, so he's to new areas. So that's good. Like, Joe Flipperhead was good. I liked Joe Flipperhead. I liked what he did. I enjoyed having him on my side. Yeah, he made great videos. And this is coming from the king of great videos, Microdots. He made great videos. Okay. He's got some personal issues. Clearly he's got some personal issues in his life. But truth be told, I don't think he's a bad guy at the end of the day. I really don't think that Joe Flipperhead is like a bad guy. When he was on JFK, like, even they said, they were like, yeah, he's got like something not all there with this guy, And so I don't think Joe Flipperhead is like fucking evil or the bad guy. I think it was wrong what he did to Olivia, but I don't think it's the end of the world. You know what I mean? I'm talking about with the recording. Like, I don't think it's like whatever. Like, I mean, it's legal in like 39 fucking states, people. But the way he handled, and I get it. I get the fact that Olivia wasn't showing her face to him. Like, if I were him, I'd be like, what's up with this? This is shady. I think most men or women in that situation would have that same whatever. But the appropriate response to that, of course, is like, okay, I just won't talk to them again. That's it. So no, I don't think Joe Flipperhead is like evil, or I don't want him to be a long-term enemy of mine or anything like that. But like, yeah, the way he behaved in that recorded phone call was not unacceptable, like unacceptable. And I hope he apologized for that, because that was wrong. And I hope he knows it's not okay to ever speak to a woman like that. Like, it's not ever okay to do that. Right. And so, and quite frankly, I hope that he gets help. I think he needs psychiatric help. It's just my opinion. So there's that. I don't know. That's just my opinion on Joe Flipperhead. I do think that he was, somewhat used, quite frankly, in this whole thing as an agent of chaos. And that is also unfortunate, but, man, the trial ends and this is what happened. Flipperhead, you should make fucking Turtle Boy videos, like pro Turtle Boy things. That's what you should do. If you want to redeem yourself and come back, I'll welcome you back. Just get back on the wagon. Get back on the wagon, make some cool videos about my case or whatever. Like, you can do. I mean, we're still fighting for justice out there. We're still fighting for justice. And I don't speak for Olivia, but I would be, I don't know if forgiving is the right word because he hasn't really done much to me. But like, I would be like, well, good. I believe in redemption. I hope people can redeem themselves. But, you know, as for Olivia and the attacks that she's had by some of these people online, it's just disgusting. At least he kind of defended her the other day, but whatever. I don't want to talk about Joe Flipperhead all night. But Olivia's great. So there's that. All right, next. New Jersey for Justice sends $10 and goes, listen, Turtle, would it be supportive to have New Jersey supporters attend this hearing in New Jersey? So I don't want to do that. I mean, I appreciate the offer. I mean, you can meet me in New Jersey if I'm down there. Right. But, I don't want to turn this into a fucking whole thing. You know what I mean? I didn't announce the other day that I had a hearing with this. I just don't want to, because when I do that, then the other parties get to say, oh, look at him. He's a bully. He brings a crowd with him in work. It's fucking absurd. But they get to portray themselves as like this little poor thing going up against this evil turtle boy who's got this army of supporters behind him. And I just don't want to even give that to them. You know what I mean? I'd rather just do it alone. I'll tell you about it later on. And that's it. All right. So yeah. She goes, I do appreciate the offer though. She goes, you got supporters in New Jersey who believe in you and the movement you're leading to fight real systemic judicial misconduct in Norfolk County, or would attendance only further her claims of cyber harassment? Exactly. I don't even want to give her that, you know? Anyway, I'm sorry you're going through this. You know, all these losers minus Krusty are going to come back and kiss your feet when the movie comes out. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. When the documentary comes out and when the movie comes out, and they are going to come out, it's just going to be dope. It's going to be awesome. And so we're going to be on top of the world. And, maybe Karen Reed will be in it. Maybe she won't. Either way, just like with the Wilbur, the show must go on. And there's that. So next, refresh this. Come on, Joe. Yeah. And, Olivia did post. I'll show you just to show you guys that she's real. Hold on. Yeah, and I'm also seeing online just a lot of people. I go on Twitter right now, and I'm seeing like people who I like and respect, right? Who are, really accusing people of being the Ray from Dallas account. So like, Ray from Dallas, bro, you got to show your face, man. That ain't right. Other people being dragged into this, like, for the sake of the other people, you got to show your face. That's what I would say. All right, Joe's saying, okay. You did. I mean, Joe, all right, so Joe Flipperhead's messaging me now, and he's like, she was sending me pictures from 10 years ago. He's saying that he never told me that she was fat. You're right, Joe. You never told me that she was fat. You didn't tell me that, but you did say that in a text, and I got that text, and you know who you said it to. And he says, she was sending me pictures from 10 years ago. You know that. I know that. I put out a tweet asking people to stop harassing her yesterday. Yes, you did do that after everything else, right? After everything else. And like, I don't know why you're giving me shit, but let's see. Yeah, so this is Olivia FaceTimed. I'll show you this just in case anyone believes she's not real. So this is, I think, her friend Jules. says multi-factor authentication. And so this is a screenshot this girl took, Jules, of a group chat, that a group FaceTime she's in, and there's Olivia. That's her. So I don't know. She don't look fat there. I don't know. Maybe it's a good. I've seen her on there. She's not. That's her. So I don't know what else there is to say about that. But okay, next. There's 3 pics. Oh, I saw the other ones too. Yeah, I did see the other ones, but we get the point. She's real. I mean, it's like not even worth fucking debating at this point. Anyone saying that she's not real is just fucking retarded. But anyway, and again, like Joe, I'm like being kind of conciliatory to you, pal, or Nick. Sorry, I'm being kind of conciliatory, like I'm like kind of being like, let's get along here, like let's forgive and forget, and you're still coming at me, like, come on, man. Anyway, back to this. All right, Emily sends $5 and goes, it still looks like it's just a complaint from what I see online. It says charge doc complaint, not sure if that is any significance. Also, well, you need to find a New Jersey attorney. I mean, have one. His name's Mark Bettero. So he's going to be great. Matt sends $5, goes, every time someone comes after you, I can only hear Many Men by 50 Cent playing. Free Turtle. Exactly. Many Men. They do. They want to put me in jail. Many men. And they have done put me in jail before, so it is what it is. Next, this is $25 from Bevan Baker and says, I'm sorry this silly nonsense is happening to you, Dr. Daddy. You definitely don't deserve it. Remember, you're the best. At the top of your game, my love. That's all it is. Well, thank you very much, Bevan Baker. Eileen sends $10, goes, you don't have to read this if you don't want to. I know you said you aren't going to the hearing tomorrow, but I'm so nervous that they're going to try to pull fast one and say you didn't appear and try to revoke your bond, especially after Mr. Bradle thought he didn't have to go in person for the Kelsey hearing today. Support from New Jersey, not Passaic County. Hope to be at Wilbur 2.0. Yeah, so they fucked around with at the Kelsey Fitzsimmons hearing today. They told Bradle he didn't have to be there. And then he called in and they're like, why aren't you here? And they're like, he's like, you told me I didn't have to be there. And they go, well, there's so many people watching right now that it's messing with the phone lines. It's like, oh, so I don't have to appear unless there's a lot of people on the Zoom. So it's just these fucking judges, It's like, why aren't you here? It was absolutely insane. But, it's not even like it's on our docket, but it's not even my case. So tomorrow, and we're going to go over this motion tonight. So Karen Reed's legal defense team is attempting to, or her new lawyer, Boozang, is attempting to prevent the court from, or prevent the Commonwealth from going through her phone and looking for evidence of conspiracy to commit witness intimidation. And it's on my docket though, because it's my prosecutor that wants to go through it. Kazi G wants to go through this, right? And so, and yeah, Kazi G did show his face the other day. He is awesome. He was great. But anyway, they apparently want her phone, but it's on my docket. So it's with Krupp too, who hates me. And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know. I was told that we don't have, I'm like, what are we going to say? Cause it's not our motion. It's versus Karen Reed. It's her team's motion. It's like, what am I'm going to go in there and I'm going to sit next to Karen Reed. Is that like, that's crazy. Like right now. So, I don't know. Is she going to be there? I don't even know. But either way, I'm a little confused by this all. And I'm like, well, my position on it is I don't care if they go. I mean, she has lawyers that can handle that. You know, it's not my issue. And it's on my phone. It's on my phone. And there's no, yeah, like, so if Karen conspired with you to commit witness intimidation, wouldn't they already have that evidence on your phone? Why do they need Karen's phone? Exactly. So what are they going to find on her phone? And keep in mind, they have my phone up to October 11th, 2023. So they have all my messages, any message I had with her that is recoverable, that wasn't on Signal and auto deleted, then they can read those, and they've got them all up till October 11th, 2023. The ones that they don't have are from October 11th to December 24th when I'm arrested, when I go to jail. So that's like 2 months worth of messages on there. And like what? And I'm like, so I'm thinking, I'm like, do we really want to oppose this? Because I'm like, I have nothing to hide. It's like, why am I don't know. So I'm like thinking in my head, why am I going to oppose them going through her phone looking for something that's not there? You know what I mean? Because when you're innocent, you're like, okay, sure, whatever. I mean, but it's not my phone. You know? Why would I make a big, I think it would be a bad look, quite frankly, if we were like, no, we don't want you going through her phone. Like, I have nothing to hide. I'm like, I know what we talked about during those 2 months. We talked almost every day for a long time, up until Christmas Eve. We would literally talk almost every day. You've seen the search warrant affidavits. I mean, how many hours we spent like 40 total hours on the phone or some shit like that. It was crazy. Spoke 189 times. I talked to Karen Reed, was a regular part of my life for like 9 months there, right? Like every day I would talk to Karen Reed on the phone, sometimes for more than an hour, and we would just talk, and the conversation would be natural. And, it was about the case mostly. Right. But like I thought we were friends. And so we talked about things that were besides the case, but like it was mostly the case. And, because I found it fascinating, and I'm writing about it. And so like, you're going to see in there, we talked on the phone, right? And you're going to see that we messaged, and like, if the messages are actually on her phone, then you're going to see that we talk about the case a lot. Like, that's all we talked about. And after I got arrested, there was a week, it took me a week to hire Tim Bradle. So like, yeah, you're going to see some messages in there, I guess, maybe about like, do you recommend any attorneys? Because I didn't know it was my first felony. I'm like, I don't know who to hire here. The first person I had just watched the Trial 4 documentary. So the first person who came to my mind was Rosemary Scarpiccio. She was my first call, but she had too big of a caseload. She couldn't take it on. I'm like, I don't know anyone else. I just saw her on Netflix. So I don't know anyone else. I don't know. And so David Yannetti, obviously he can't represent me, but he's been doing this. He's been in the game a long time. So like, he knows other attorneys who he could recommend. And so we ran some names by him. And one of the names I ran by him was Tim Bradle, who was recommended to me by a friend. And he's like, oh, I know Tim. And so he's done a lot of, and I wanted an attorney who has had someone's life in their hands before, like people who have represented murder, because that's ultimately what I'm facing, right? These are serious charges. So you want somebody who's gotten experience with that. So those are the kind of messages you're going to see. And then you're going to see a lot of messages about the case where we're like asking about the case. Like, keep in mind, the alleged witness intimidation occurs before they take my phone on October 11th. So any conspiracy to commit witness intimidation would be on the messages before October 11th, which they have, right? There was no after October 11th. I didn't fuck around with this shit anymore. I didn't go and see I didn't go to Canton anymore. I skipped the town meeting they had there where they voted to audit the police department, right? I didn't fuck around with these people because I knew that it was like, I don't want to get, my bail revoked. So yeah, you can go on there and, that's it. That's it. So anyway, go ahead. I mean, that's my position on that. But anyway, next, Julie sends $10 and goes, coming from a one-party state, I find the one-party wiretapping laws whack, as I do witness intimidation. Around here, everyone records everything. It's called cover your ass. Love you forever, Turtle Boy, because you have proven time and time and again who you are. Yeah, I mean, 39 out of the 50 states are one-party consent states where you don't need, including Rhode Island, where I go frequently. I'm frequently in Rhode Island, to be very clear. And because it's right there. And I'm there. I love Rhode Island. I love going to Providence. I love Woonsocket. I love Wright's Chicken Farm. I love it. I can't get enough of Rhode Island. Right? It's a little cute little state. It is what it is. Nice beaches, the ocean state. Love Rhode Island. And so, you know, I just don't like, there are 1,000,001 situations in which did you know in Massachusetts, people have been arrested and charged with wiretapping? Like there's this woman who was, got the shit beat out of her by her husband. Right. And so she wanted to document the abuse because nobody believed it. And so she recorded him without his consent, abusing her. And then she got charged. Like, what? So, like, I would ask you, if you were ever in a situation where you were being verbally abused or anything like that, like, are you, like, if somebody does something like that, are they a bad person? Like, are they like, that's fucking crazy. Like, I'll bring it up right now. Hold on. Oh, watch this. Hold on. Mass lawmaker seeks to change wiretapping law. What the fuck? After alleged victim of domestic abuse is charged. All right, let's read this. A Massachusetts state senator is seeking to change the state's wiretapping laws after an alleged victim of domestic violence was charged with violating the statute when she recorded her alleged abuser without his consent. I was shocked that this is something that could still actually happen in Massachusetts, said Patrick O'Connor, a Weymouth Republican whose investigative team has reported on the case. The man who is accused of attempting to suffocate his wife with a pillow appeared in court on Tuesday, where his lawyer requested the charges be dropped. Attorney Peter Hortzman said the man's wife pursued the charges against her husband as retaliation. Hortzman said she did not report the incident until after she was charged with 8 counts of illegal wiretapping for allegedly secretly recording her husband. Records obtained by Boston.com show his wife did, in fact, report incidents of abuse to local police. Suffolk County DA Brandon Diavila countered that the wife pressed charges because authorities were not responsive to what actually happened. She found a situation where the system was not doing what she expected it to do, that she had to take matters into her own hands. That's when she filed her own complaint. The judge placed the request to dismiss under advisement. Under state law, a person who records someone without second party's permission can be criminally charged. The wife, in a recent deal, will have her charges dismissed in 6 months as long as she commits no additional crimes. But her case caught the attention of O'Connor, who argues the state law should be amended to exempt survivors of domestic violence. And I would argue that, like, there are other situations where it's just like, is that, I mean, this whole fucking idea, like, this is insane that, like, there is never a situation like that's absolutely fucking insane. Absolutely insane. Like, this is, there's a reason that in 39 states, this is just normal. Like, this is just how it works. But anyway, that's that. So yeah, Patrick, he does represent Norfolk County. He's one of 3, I think, or 4 Republicans in the whole state who's in the state Senate. But either way, yeah. Again, Chris Albert wiretapped me. Like, he recorded me, audio interception without my consent. He was not charged with it. Like, okay. So there's that. And am I okay? You know, I'm a little bit pissed about just the this New Jersey shit. It's just like, what the fuck? I want to wait for, I just found out about this before the show. So I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, I got a great support system. We'll be good. All right. Because like, you know, if you were on the phone, I don't know. I could think of a million different situations where people would do that. But anyway, it's very frustrating not to be able to speak my truth. Let's just put it that way. Next. Where'd it go? Dumpster Juice sends $10, goes, chat rats love Father Carney, justice for journalism. Well, thank you very much. Patricia sends $5 and goes, please do a readout of DePetro's love letters to Brennan. Oh, I will. He's claiming they're fake, by the way. But I have some of the original emails. Like I've got. Hold on. Some of the original emails. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. DePetro. Yeah, it's john@depetro.com. That's his email. I've got his fucking emails here where he does the whole interview with the juror. I've got all that. So I don't even know what he's talking about. I'm like looking at my fucking emails. So anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. Kim sends $10 and goes, I'm Kim. How do you know I'm not Ray from Dallas? Keep doing what you do. There are so many behind you. Well, thank you, Kim. Inverted Baby Clay sends $10, goes, if DePetro were any more retarded, you'd have to water him 3 times a day. Okay. Dumpster Juice. Did I read this one? Chat rats love Father Carney. Justice for journalism. Thank you very much. If I haven't read that one. Okay. Let me, Diana sends $10 and just says for gas. Well, thank you, Diana. I appreciate that. Oh no, she's asking me for $10 for gas. I'm not giving you $10, Diana. Get out of here. Emily sends $5 and goes, look what DePepe is telling Mama Llama on X. I'll check that out shortly. Bub Doug sends $10 and goes, Ray is on the chat. Have him go on cam. I mean, he's more than welcome to if he wants, or he can just do it on his own. Carly sends $5 and goes, we choose you. Well, thank you. Megan sends $10 and goes, best wishes. Thank you, Megan. I appreciate that. All right. If anyone else, I get it. No, it's all good. If anyone else has any thing that they want to talk about, I apologize. Give me here. I'm just a little flustered there. Just trying to read this. Give me a second to focus. Give me a second. Okay. If anyone else has any messages they want me to read all out to the class, you can do so by clicking on the link at the top for Turtle Chat or by Cash Apping me at $ Uncle Turtle Boy, and we can do it that way. All right. Anyway, next. Let's talk about the DePepe thing. Shall we? All right. So this is John DePetro. There he is in all his glory. He is a notorious scammer from Rhode Island who was on conservative talk radio and kind of just took an interest in the Karen Reed case about a year into it. And he learned about the case from Wendy Murphy, which is never a good idea because Wendy Murphy is an insane person who still to this day is a Duke lacrosse truther who is continuing to spread the lie that 3 innocent kids who played lacrosse for Duke University, raped a woman who is now in jail for murder, even though she's admitted that she lied about it. And Wendy is keeping that grift going for some strange reason. Okay. And so, yeah, she's talking about, this is her posting about it, that I went on with John, blah, blah, blah. Oh, life. She's talking about life behind bars will be unbearable for Karen Reed. Who knows what will happen? Prison rape, horrible food, no privacy. She needs it. Okay. Yeah. Well, she was wrong about that. She's pretty much wrong about everything. And here's Jules, who has switched to the other side and saying you need a relationship, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And of course, we've all seen this video of DePetro exiting the courthouse after the verdict, which there it is. How do you like that, DePetro? There you go. All right. So anyway, he was fired his job at WRPO for a ratings scandal in which he artificially inflated the number of people who listened to his show. He had his wife use multiple radios that tuned into his show 24/7 and then blamed her for it. Rhode Island radio host blames wife for ratings scandal. Wow. So then he was fired from another job because he called a gubernatorial candidate a fat lesbian. In 2022, he was charged with trespassing after aggressively harassing a man named Mark Perkins, who he believed was involved in the disappearance of Charlotte Lester. So he was right about that, to be very clear. Charlotte Lester was murdered by Mark Perkins, and it was very obvious to everyone. So he went outside of Mark Perkins' house and just, harassed him, I guess, asked him questions, like whatever. But like, why did he do that to Mark Perkins? Because he thought Mark Perkins was involved in the murder of Charlotte Lester, and he was, right? And that's exactly what I did with Jennifer McCabe. But when he does it, he actually had a no trespassing order, and he went there anyway. I mean, this is just insane. So anyway, I messaged him about it. I go, you are the biggest fraud. Crying about me standing up in front of Jennifer McCabe's house, peacefully protesting. Well, you did the exact same thing with the lawnmower guy. He goes, I'm glad you brought that up. I was right. And lawnmower guy is charged with murder 1, no bail. He pled no contest to felony assault on me. I solved a murder and made it clear he was the main suspect. He solved the murder. Not the police. John DePetro did it. You are facing felony charges for your actions towards witnesses. Then he goes, I never heard of protesting witnesses. I have covered gang trials where gang members are in the courtroom trying to intimidate witnesses, and one where they killed the star witness right before the trial. Exactly. That's what witness intimidation is. Not me doing a rolling rally on a beautiful summer day outside of several homes where we stood there for 7 minutes and peacefully protested. That's not the same. That's the whole point, John. You are comparing Jen McCabe to a guy who killed a woman and buried her in a shallow grave. Yes, I am comparing. They were both involved in a murder. You believe he was involved. I believe she was involved. What's the difference? Neither was charged at the time when we protested. So he goes on to say, I go, no, John, I'm comparing what you did, blah, 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 blah. So I explain all that. I was criticized by local press for being too aggressive on Perkins because he had not been charged with the crime. But I investigated and knew he was the killer. Exactly, John. And that's the same way I feel about your girl here, Jennifer McCabe. Well, what a picture this is, huh? Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. Just look at these outfits. Look at these. I might be DePetro for Halloween. I gotta get some baggy slacks. Just go down to the Goodwill store. Just go shopping. Have a great time. Proctor saw Karen's texts to her attorney admitting that she hit him. This is why Trooper Proctor hates her. Proctor was not fooled by her. He saw the hoax that she created. That's just a lie. Just a lie. So I said, why lie about that, John? Not a lie. He got her phone and could not use parts of it in court, but saw texts between her and David Yannetti. John, on the phone that they took from police, she hadn't contacted David Yannetti yet. So there's no way there could be text messages between her and David Yannetti by the time that they confiscated Karen Reed's phone, genius. I believe Karen Reed is a pathological liar. Well, you're a fucking idiot. What do you want me to say? Don't let him fool you, though. He has been a huge Turtle Boy fan for years. Yeah, this is him messaging me in 2021. You are kicking ass. Oh, thanks, John. I appreciate that, sir. So, it goes on to say, so he really attacked. Remember what he said about Paula, the Brazilian attorney juror during the first trial, the second trial? That's what he said
If
about
there
her.
was someone who was not writing things down, someone with, let me read this. Yes, there is. I know we're not listing. Possible. Jeanette, if you're illiterate, if you would hear, I'm just total. If you had a hearing problem, you're not writing things down if you can't hear well. If you couldn't see well, you'd probably have trouble writing. So Jeanette is right. If you were illiterate, you wouldn't write things down. How come that person's not writing things down? Because they don't know how to write. They don't know how to read. How come that person's not? Wendy Murphy gave an example. There was a guy that just sat there, didn't say anything on a trial. And at the end, they found out he didn't speak English. I'm just totally thinking out of the box. Someone illiterate, that would be someone who didn't write things down. She does always pick number one. That's right. Dyslexic, that's possible. Yep. Can't write. Very possible. Who said that? Nancy. Yes. Can't read. Hey, that would be a reason. We're just coming up with reasons. I know that other people are going to watch this.
So we're just being like really fucking racist. That's what he means by that. Because, let's be honest. 2 of the 3 jurors who showed their faces were people of color, a Brazilian immigrant, and a black man. And he's like, maybe they can't read. Maybe they can't write. I mean, this is just flat out, unfiltered, undeniable racism.
And there could be another crucifixion here, but I'm just weird. Why can't we talk about things? Why can't we talk about things? That would be a reason. If someone didn't have a pen, you wouldn't write things down. I think there were pens available. If you didn't have a piece of paper, you wouldn't write things down.
Okay. What else is he saying? What's this one?
What would it be like? There was a woman on Channel 5 that said, I went in as a guilty. And then she said something odd, like she couldn't find a piece of paper in the evidence. So then she went along with them. I don't know what to make of that. Was there someone hiding what she was looking for? Did she say, no, I can't vote guilty. There's a piece of evidence I'm looking for. Did one of the other jurors hide it? Did they destroy it? I don't know what to think at this point. Very, very odd. But they're not talking the way, the things they're saying. They're true defense friendly.
Oh, okay. So he's odd. He finds this odd. The people who acquitted Karen Reed think it's odd. He thinks it's odd that they were defense friendly. Okay.
So a member of the media went to the Target today.
Oh, this is when he harassed
was recognized
Paula at her work.
I know you. I see you on Court TV. He said, that's right.
Oh, yeah. You're real famous, John.
He said, you're here about Paula. I said, right again. He said, always talking about the Karen Reed trial. I said, really? At that moment, three people, 2 security, and someone I imagine was a manager, right there. It's a private store. Don't want an incident? We're just going to ask you to leave. You think I'm going to cause an incident? Think I'm going to what? No, cause a scene? I'm not trying to get everybody in trouble. Okay. Why? Why the lockdown on that? Huh. So people are asking me, well, when was she? I don't know.
I was just woken up out of a cold sleep.
I don't know. So he harassed her at Target. What's this one?
He's around in the show in his socks. She's making it up.
So this is him
in
mocking.
my country, maybe her car touch him. All right, now, I never realized Hank Brennan needed a translator for the jury.
What about for Yuri Buchanan?
Wendy Murphy did a post saying that there was a guy in a jury. Everyone thought he was just polite and quiet, kept to himself. Turned out it is.
Yeah, so that's pretty racist. What about this one?
I just think it's disgraceful. Her saying, and she's the one from Brazil. I think that he was walking around in his socks. There's no evidence of that. I think how you say her car touch him.
I mean, this guy's on court TV. This is unbelievable. So, but during the during like the jury selection, this is what he was tweeting during the jury selection. He was saying, Karen Reed trial Friday update. Hank Brennan is playing high-level chess with jury selection. Brennan knows what he's looking for, so there's no rush. He's letting the defense deplete their strikes and removing jurors. Brandon knows this is no time to rush for the process and gets stuck with a jury that becomes difficult to manage. Only 6 left. Hank Brennan is moving towards checkmate in the chess game of jury selection. Huge mistake by the defense. Last juror of the day, Karen Reed defense seems very frustrated. It appears they are not getting the jury they hope for. Alan Jackson looks like a guy who missed his flight. So this is what the guy is tweeting about the jury. He fucking loves it. Hank is playing high-level chess, right? Brilliant strategist. And then during the trial, he'd say, oh, Hank Brennan gets up. The jury comes back to life. They literally all sit up straight to listen to Brennan. I was in the courtroom for this. None of this happened, of course. Alessi steps down. Hank Brennan gets up. The jury comes back to life. Jury is mesmerized by Jennifer McCabe retelling stories of that morning. Smart move, having Kerry Roberts testify last week. And jury viewed 34 Fairview Road. Karen Reed was hysterical. Right. Alan Jackson is considered one of the top criminal defense attorneys in the country. And she's not only holding her own, but calling him out for every deceptive trick. The jury is on the side of Jennifer McCabe. I don't think they were. Another day 8 goes to Brennan. Another one. 8-0. Confession seals her fate with the jury. Oh, yes. Devastating testimony. I think the jury is confused why we are actually here when Karen confessed. These names, Higgins, Albert, they mean nothing to the jury. Oh, okay. Karen Reed voice boomed through the courtroom in a drunken rage. John, I fucking hate you. It rocked the jury. Jessica Hyde has full attention of the jury, as if she is speaking to a class. They realize they're dealing with an expert. I mean, just look at her. Come on, stop it, Aunt Jemima. What are you doing? Something going on with father of Karen Reed, who is staring at the jury. I saw a member of the jury almost make a face like, what are you staring at me? Mr. Reed seems angry. None of this happened. Yuri seems like a good sport doing this and gets a laugh out of the jury. He is adding some humor to it. The jury finds him very credible. Okay. He said Hank owned the courtroom, right? Hank owns the courtroom. There it is. Huge moment. The primary cause of death was hypothermia. And then Dr. Laposada comes on and says, no, he didn't have hypothermia. Hank got what he needed and sat down. There it is. Karen hit John. Blunt force trauma to the head. None of this happened. Hypothermia then set in. Science and data. Science of his death. And the jury sees the full picture. Brilliant direct. Textbook. The jury's locked in. Right? Dr. Welcher's so impressive to listen to. Jury's eating out of the palm of his hand. Boom. Wow. The jury is still writing. This could be checkmate. He fucking posts the blue paint test. Oh, I mean, this going back and reading these DePetro tweets is just wild. Like, this is wild. I can't believe we lived at this whole thing. Like, this is literally just fiction. Like, this guy is, how is this guy even a real person? How is this guy even a real person? Yeah, I think this guy took Welcher's load. I know. Welcher owns the jury. His testimony cannot be impeached. Right. Karen clips coming up. He kept a running score of the tally. Day 21 belongs to the Commonwealth. 21-0. Every day, coincidentally, the Commonwealth won, according to him. Dr. Welcher testified that he believes Karen Reed hit John with her Lexus. Period. The guy who was like ignored during the closing. right? So yeah. Anyway, he said that Lochran would not be believed. Okay. PowerPoint presentations, he likes them when they do it, but he guaranteed that Karen Reed would guaranteed it. The jury looks directly at this incredible woman. Oh, and that's the other thing. People are like, when they're like, yo, why are you calling her a cunt? That's low. Oh, stop it. Stop it. I mean, there was people the other day defending Peg O'Keefe, and that's all you need to know. It's like, if you start doing that, how dare you call Peg O'Keefe? Peg O'Keefe hates Karen Reed with every ounce of her being and wants her in jail. So if you're defending Peg O'Keefe, that's what you're defending. Just understand that. Peg leg. Like, do not, again, if you're still falling for the Peg O'Keefe thing, that she's like some innocent mother, right? Who deserves our, latitude. Karen Reed vehemently disagrees with you. She has nothing but horrible things to say about Peg O'Keefe, like the worst things ever. And, so if you're defending her, which I heard people doing the other night to kind of get back at me, just understand, like, that's what you're doing. I mean, this is a woman who brought Lindsay Catani with her to court. It turned her fucking son's murder trial into Jerry Springer. Where's Lindsay? The jury will not let her down. Oh, they did. There is no way Karen Reed walks away this time. No chance. No chance. And then whatever. He ended up being, there was a chance. So as you know, I've been over this before, but I got a guy who was pranking DePetro early on, pretending to be juror 17, okay, who was an alternate juror. And like DePetro put on a tweet looking to speak with jurors. And so he goes, I'm juror 17. And he's like, I know who juror 17 is. Describe yourself. Were you an alternate? Who was on your left and on your right, please? But what John doesn't understand is that anyone who followed my tweets knows the answer to that, because I described what the jurors looked like. And he knew what juror 16 and juror 18 looked like. I still remember juror 16 and 18. They're both white women. They were both chosen. Both looked like young 30s, if that, and that's them. I was given no information or instructions regarding contacting anyone after the trial, but I was not a deliberating juror. Okay. As for being an alternate, I have to confess to being very let down when Jim called my number. Jim. He just calls him Jim. He called 3 other numbers before 17. I thought I was going to get through, but what can you do? Luck of the draw. 6 of us had to be alternates. I'm a 64-year-old white man. I sat next to a young white woman and another white man. I thought it was 2 white women. You were the note taker? He was. So he knew that like juror 17 was an older white man who took a shitload of notes because I started tweeting about it. Perhaps you could email me some questions. I'm just lurking on one of the conference calls. Okay. And so he sends me the entire email between john@depetro.com answering, and then he publishes this whole interview. This is the tweet. The tweet, I guess, didn't embed, but this is word for word published by DePetro on his website. Like, there it is. There it is right there, folks. And we have the emails of him getting these questions. Like, I've got them. I got the receipts, as they say. Boom. So he wanted juror 17 on his show that night. So he wanted to speak with Jennifer McCabe live. Okay. Right. And then he goes, this is the best part. John DePetro tells him, someone claiming to be a juror claimed the following. The court gave us everyone's contact information after the trial, concluded and pointed us in the direction of who would be the best to reach out to. So he tells this other fake juror that another juror reached out to him and said that the court, aka Beverly Cannoni, told jurors, if you guys want to do any meeting interviews, give John DePetro a call. He's got to be in your top 10. Just give him a call. You could trust him. He's legit. And then he realizes he's been had when he mentions the FCC policy. And he's like, wait a minute. That's from the turtle video. Fuck. I've been had. Okay. So, but the trolling had just begun. 1 week after the verdict, John began speaking with Allison Clark, who he believed was Hank Brennan's talent agent from a Proton Mail account. And so it goes, John, I was recently brought on board as Hank Brennan's talent agent. Please direct all future scheduling inquiries to me. Okay. So this person is pretending to be Hank Brennan's talent agent, which should have been a red flag, like immediately. Like, you're a talent agent. Like, he's an attorney. Attorneys don't have talent agents. Hank Brennan has no talent. Like, any talent agent would be fired. Like he's trying out for American Idol or something. Talent agent. He's really like, bro, that should have been the first red flag right there. Hank Brennan, talent agent, man. Stop it. DePetro has written an email to Brennan immediately after closing arguments. And so this is the email. Now, John is saying it's not him because this is not JohnDePetro.com, I believe, is the website that we pointed. What's JohnDePetro.com? John. He's like, this is not my email. Yeah, we know. So JohnDePetro.com is his website. Like when I click out of this, I go to here. And this is JohnDePetro.com. Okay. Now, John DePetro show.com goes to my legal defense fund. Oh, and by the way, I got another beef I want to bring up too before I forget. So Paul O'Keefe's side chick, if I see this, if I have this correctly, who goes by L Woods on the chat. She used to be in the chat a lot. And I saw some of her tweets today, and she's coming at me in like the worst possible way. Like, girl, get back to me, Paul O'Keefe's side chick. Get back to me. Because I know who you are. And honestly, you annoyed the fuck out of me throughout that whole process. And now you want to get gully and run your mouth about me? I know who you are. Like, we can put, the L Woods chick is Paul O'Keefe's side chick. And she's often in the chat talking about Paul O'Keefe. That's Paul O'Keefe's side chick, who, by the way, was probably in love with him too. Let's be honest. And was like messing around, messaging. And I'm going to tell that whole story. I haven't said who you are yet, right? I haven't done that yet. The night is young, right? Hold on. Actually, let me go and... Hold on. And you'll never guess what her name is. Hold on. I'm going to grab a couple more pics here before she takes down her Facebook page. Okay, I just want to grab some pics first before she tries to get gully. Okay, good. Got them all. So anyway, this chick annoyed the fuck. I might tell the whole story. But this woman was fucking difficult, let me tell you. And then when I wrote about the story, she's like, oh my God, what'd you write? You wrote about that. Bitch, you messaged me about it. You showed me all the fucking screenshots. You gave me the picture of it. Like, you catfished this dude. Like, she is the biggest piece of shit. Like, now, great. Paul, I stand by the article. Paul is still an asshole, right? Paul was still using his brother's murder trial to do hand signals to this chick in New Jersey. She lived in New Jersey. And I am going to tell the whole story. Maybe tonight I need to do a presentation. I need to write a story on it first. I need to do a whole presentation. But she wrote something, like she put something on Twitter today, and I texted her about it. She hasn't gotten back to me yet. She has not gotten back to me. And the tweet said, let me see if I can find this tweet. Actually, let's just go and let's go to her. I'm going to go to her Twitter right now. I'll just respond on Twitter. What's her Twitter account called? L Stacks. Okay. Oh, she blocked me. This bitch blocked me. Oh my God. Okay. Well, now it's on. So, let's just go to her Twitter account. Yeah, this is the glazed donut broad, who, by the way, like, let's be honest, like, was just as, I didn't say her name because she asked me not to, but now she wants to fucking start like getting real gully and messaged me this summer about something about like some bullshit with Dag Nabbit and was all mad about it. And so she's like everywhere. She's a troublemaker. And granted, Paul still did what he did, and Paul's still a piece of shit. I stand by that story, right? But this chick ain't any better. She's just as bad, right? And so she's got here, you know, I owe Glare an apology. Yeah, so she's just jumping on this whole train, you know. Where'd she go? This girl ironically calls herself the pick me girl. Right. Now, keep in mind, I want to point this out there. This broad told me she's like, can you talk to Karen for me and get me in the courtroom? She wanted me to use my influence with Karen Reed to get her in the fucking courtroom and like be a person that she brought to court with her and sit in one of those seats to troll Paul O'Keefe. She thought that Karen Reed was going to do that. She asked me to fucking do that. I swear, and I got it in text. I got it in writing. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't ask because that's fucking insane. But I mean, this is her account at L Stacks, STAKKS. But yeah, this one, somebody's like, somebody posts my legal defense fund. She goes, I'd rather feed money to the devil himself. Lindsay, do we have to go through all your messages? Do we have to go through all of them? Do we need to do the whole fucking thing? I mean, you can message me back whenever you want. Should we call? Let's just call her right now. Let's just call her. I'm sure she's watching anyway. I have her in my phone as Paul O'Keefe side chick. Okay, Paul O'Keefe side chick. I swear to God. That's what she's listed as. Oh, you can't even see it, but let's just call her.
Hi, you've reached the voicemail of Lindsay Stacchini. I am unable to get to the phone right now, but please leave me a message and I will get back to you as soon as I can.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Lindsay, it's Aiden Carney calling. You know, the guy who you contacted in order to smear Paul O'Keefe in the hopes that you would never be outed. And I'm just wondering, you know, you were happy to do that. You were happy to use my platform to smear Paul O'Keefe. You requested anonymity. And, which was fine. I respected that. But now all of a sudden you're going online and you're calling me the devil. And I want to know what changed. Why were you okay with using me to attack and not attack, but expose Paul O'Keefe, who, let's be honest, you were probably in love with, kind of just ridicule him? Was it to get a seat in court? Are you mad that you didn't get the seat in court with Karen Reed that you were hoping for? Are you upset about that? I'm just wondering what changed. How all of a sudden did you become part of the Turtle Boy bad crew? So I'm just wondering. So give me a call back when you get this, because, we've talked on the phone many times before, and you told me that your dad, who was a judge, could get the charges dropped out of me, which I told you was one of the most retarded things I've ever heard. So we can do this however you want to do it, your way or the Turtle Boy way. Okay. Just give me a call back when we get this. Bye. There he is. I don't know why people want to fuck with me. I don't get it. So again, I'm a counterpuncher. I didn't start a fight with this woman. I did nothing to this woman. She can't, I'll tell the whole story. It's fucking crazy. She was so annoying. She would text me all the fucking time. And I'm like, bro, she didn't shut up. Anyway, but whatever. She was useful. She was useful in exposing Paul O'Keefe. So we got that out of her. Anyway, let's get back to this. Exactly. That's my thing. This has always been my thing ever since I started Turtle Boy, is I react to people doing things. I never start shit. I don't start shit. I'm a counterpuncher. I don't go out. I had no problem with this chick. None. We've had many conversations before. She wanted Paul O'Keefe exposed. Now, I think she kind of wanted attention too, right? And she wanted to smear this guy and whatever, mission accomplished. Again, I didn't understand what her motive was. I'm like, because I'm reading her messages and she's flirting with him. She's clearly, and the antis would love to know her name. They would fucking love it. And guess what, Lindsay? They're gonna know it real soon, because you had to run your cock kisser about me on social media, and somehow you thought that would be a good fucking idea. Well, we'll see how that works out for you, dear, won't we? Don't poke the turtle, as they say. Again, I'm a counterpuncher. I had no issue with you, but now I got a little issue with you, and we're going to air it out the Turtle Boy way, as they say. Boom. There you go. Anyway, back to DePetro. And Erin O'Keefe's going to find out who you are too, isn't she? Okay, back to this. And we got everything that you said about Erin too. Oh, Erin's going to love the things that you said about her. Again, don't fuck with me. That's all I'm saying. Don't start. I'm not a mean person. Don't make me fucking do this. You what? Read about me. Google me. If you don't want your fucking shit blown up, don't fucking start shit with me. It's just that simple. Period. All right. Anyway, I don't know why they make me do this. So he sends a message. The same person receives an email from him. Okay, from Brennan, saying, "We, the people who believe and know that Karen Reed are guilty, want to thank you for putting on a master class while presenting the case for the state of Massachusetts. You've shown that you are head and shoulders, literally and figuratively, above the lawyers that Karen has put together. Your ethics bring tears to the eyes of all of us. I can see the jury reacts with smiles when you speak, and they laugh and shake their heads when the other side gets up and speaks, and they are constantly making fools of themselves and their client. I look forward to celebrating a guilty verdict with you and the O'Keefe family in the upcoming weeks. I also hope you become the special prosecutor in the Aidan Carney case. Karen and Aidan deserve to spend the rest of their lives in jail and their families be broke for upcoming civil trials." Now, John claims, "Please keep me in mind for an interview after you win this case." So he sends this. Each one of my shows has a massive audience. He has a massive audience, folks. So he claims that, he claims this is fake. All right. Now I've gone back to the source. The source has forwarded me some of the actual emails. right? So I know he's gotten emails from DePetro. I've seen them. And DePetro says it's not him because it says johndepetro.com at the beginning, and that's not his email address. I know, John, emails are at the top. Now, this person did crop that out. So, but I do have some of the original emails that he sent, and I've shown you them, right? He actually emails these people. It's just undeniable, John. I don't know why you're lying. And so he messages Allison Clark. So John DePetro, I mean, that's his email, right, John? John@depetro.com to Allison Clark. And so he emails Allison Clark. This is your email, right, John? Or is it John? Is it John@depetro.com? I don't know. Like, is he saying that somebody is pretending to be him? No, it's not. It's DePetro.com. Yeah, look at this, John. Like, John's saying that's not him. But when you go to DePetro.com, you get this. It says right there in the URL. Oh, you can't see the URL. Oh, it says Jewish singers. Okay, close that. Okay. Oh, you can't see the URL. But this is just DePetro.com. So John@depetro.com. And by the way, John's journalism, you got to read this story. This is a piece that he put out today. It's a real masterpiece. So this is John's form of journalism. Just read this story. All right. The title is Gym Teacher at Ponagan Sex High School. Cool title, John. Great title. Ponagansett High School has been flooded with allegations regarding gym teacher Alicia Crins and her involvement with a former student that started when he was a younger student. Many parents seem to think it was common knowledge that the teacher acted flirty and inappropriate with male students and dressed inappropriately. Is there a sex tape? Is there a sex tape? He just throws that in there. First of all, I love his sources like, bro, people are saying on the streets. That's, again, maybe this woman is up to no good. I don't know. Maybe she is a diddler. I don't know. But I like receipts. And John's just like, people are saying. And then he's just like, is there a sex tape? What? That escalated quickly. Is there a sex tape? I don't know, John. Was there a fridge involved? Maybe not. Was it shown to one of the teams? Like, was it shown to the team? What? Did several other students come forward and claim that they had sex with the gym teacher? Why was this allowed at the high school? What are the sources? I'm sure it wasn't allowed, John. Sources claim a girlfriend of the former student found videos and pictures of the teacher and student on an iPad. Who is this person? Where is the assistant principal, Patricia Hill? Amanda Grundle, the principal. Renee Palazzo, the superintendent. Teachers knew and looked the other way as Crins would touch the boys and hug them. What teachers? DePetro.com has several inside sources on the story and would not name the teacher if we are at all hesitant over the veracity of the claims. I mean, yeah, John really checks his sources real well. I mean, this is John's idea of journalism. Now, maybe she is up to no good. I'm not saying she's not. I don't see any evidence there. I see a fucking paragraph with like, is there a sex tape? What? He just throws it in there. Okay, John. No, he claims it's not him. He claims that this account that's sending emails out is not him, but yet it says right at the top, John@depetro.com. That's his website, depetro.com. And he's telling the talent agent for Hank, who he thinks is a talent agent. This is what he says to the talent agent. Allison, I will make time. Is there any chance we can tentatively schedule a date? I am producing shows every day with close to 1 million interactions each episode. What? What is an interaction? A view? 1 million views, John? Stop it. I am in talks with some serious celebrities, and I would like to give their agents a heads up that I may have to cancel or reschedule their appearance. He's so bro, several celebrities. So he'll have Hank Brennan on, but he just needs to cancel with his other celebrities. Yeah. Anyway, goes on to say, I should go like this. I know you are busy, so he'll reschedule them. The serious celebrities, whoever they are, he's going to cancel it for Hank. I know you're busy, but can you answer a couple questions? Grant, oh my God, he cites Grant. Grant has heard, and I was also told a grand jury is in session regarding Karen and her lawyers. So the grand jury is coming after Karen's lawyers. Source, Grant Smith Ellis. Did Hank have a chance to read my letter? He wrote him a letter. I keep watching his closing. I truly feel that is the best evidence that there was a KR plant in the jury box. Between his spectacular performance and the excellent experts he brought to the court, I can't see how anyone could vote for not guilty. So his evidence that there was a free Karen Reed plant on the jury, or 12 free Karen Reed plants on the jury, is Hank is fucking so good. That's his evidence. Hank was fucking amazing. You know that he has come several times to Hank Brennan. There's no doubt in my mind. Sources say, is there a sex tape of John masturbating to Hank Brennan? I don't know. I have no evidence, but sources say, people are saying, did Elle Woods took her Twitter down? That was fast. Oh, it's gone. That was quick. You fucking skank, Lindsay. I am going to fucking have so much fun with you. Did you take your Facebook down yet? Let me check that one out. Let me see if you took that one down yet. No, you might want to take the Facebook down too. I'm going to go into there right now. You are a licensed clinical psychologist at Atlantic County Government, Linwood, New Jersey. Okay. What else? I mean, you wanted to fuck with me, Lindsay? You thought that would be a wise idea? I did nothing to you, girl. I did nothing to you. I was respectful to you. I was nice to you. But you're like, you know what? I'm going to go start a fucking fight with Turtle Boy. Well, let's see how that fucking works out for you, skank. Because that's what you fucking are. I read all your messages with Paul O'Keefe. You are a fucking skank hoe who was sexting with a married man. No judgment, right? But that's ultimately what you were doing. Am I frozen? You were sexting with a married man, okay? And you were fucking lying to him about, your interest in him. But part of me, when I read your messages, it sounds like you're actually in love with him. Like, it sounds like you really are fucking in love with him. But you're also fucking with him a little bit too. And you have 2 kids and you're little Miss Innocent and blah, blah, blah. And you're going through a fucking divorce, you told me. And so it's not cheating and blah, blah, blah and whatever. But like, you are a piece of shit. You and Paul deserve each other. You really fucking do. You actually deserve each other. And we're going to have some fun with you because I don't know what on earth made you thought it would be a good idea to fuck with me, of all people. Run your fucking cock kisser. And I'm sure you've kissed a lot of cocks with that cock kisser. A lot of them. And we're going to have some fun with you, dear, because that was a mistake. That was a big mistake on your part. Okay? Anyway, because again, I don't know why these people fuck with me. I don't know why they think this would be a good idea. I don't know why, And people are like, oh, she made friends with Esty. Well, that kind of explains it. I mean, she wanted that smoke. She can get it. She can get it. Let's go. Anyway, back to DePetro here. So DePetro. So this is undeniably, John can deny this. This is undeniably an email that he wrote her. It says his fucking email right at the top. Does it not? Allison, how much will this require? I am trying to, because Allison tells him that if he wants to interview Hank Brennan, it was going to be 150 grand. And he counters with a $500 charitable donation. So he goes, Allison, how much will this require now? I am trying to access funds as we speak. I was thinking I can bring Jennifer Kovendaver into the interview as well. Oh, she has been trying to reach Mr. Brennan, but he has not returned her calls since the end of the trial. I was not in agreement with her regarding her opinion that Dr. Welcher was not a good witness. I thought he was great. Our show this week has gone global, whatever that means. It's like YouTube is global. Please don't believe the numbers that YouTube has posted, as it is well known that they shadow ban pro John O'Keefe creators and right of center shows. Oh, and that's undeniably his email, right? I mean, that's definitely his email, right? Have I ever emailed John? Yeah, that's his email. I have emails. Bro, I've emailed him. We emailed in 2019. I have an email from him. He emailed too. We talked about me going on his program. I forgot about this. Oh shit. I had like he invited me on his program, I think. And I never called him. Look at this is undeniably him. Oh shit. Look at John. Oh no, that's JohnDePetroShow.com. So that's a 2019 email. I apologize. So that's 2019. So it's like before his website set up. So I have email with him, but not on that email address. So anyway, but I didn't realize. I just searched for my emails and that email popped up. So too bad you didn't go. I don't even remember what that was about. But I liked John before this because he like did some wacky shit. You know, I liked going up to fucking people's homes and doing video. Like I appreciate that. Anyway, back to this. But this is just hilarious. So he's like telling her why the numbers are low, right? Okay. And then he sends this email in September. Okay. Dear Allison, I've been trying to contact Mr. Brennan through his office line regarding the Karen Reed case, but have not received responses to my voicemails. So he's leaving voicemails. Despite his decision to decline interviews, I'm reaching out again following the recent release of the FOIA documents, including receipts, which have prompted numerous calls and emails from prosecution witnesses, as well as family and friends of both the witnesses and the O'Keefe family. They report unreturned calls and have pressing questions about the expenditures revealed in the documents. So he's saying this isn't him. Is this really what he's going to say? This is not him. Okay, sure thing, John. So he's been leaving voicemails, right? And they saw the FOIA and he saw how much money Hank is being paid. And they have questions. While we've supported Mr. Brennan, his silence and apparent disengagement are concerning, especially as key individuals' way to communication. It's time to address this and shift the narrative. Additionally, with Aidan Carney's trial approaching, there is widespread doubt about the state securing a conviction. Widespread doubt. Many, including myself, strongly believe that Mr. Brennan should lead the prosecution to deliver justice that we feel is necessary. Looking forward to your actions. Well, I don't think that's not his website, JohnDePetro.com. So he's saying that some of these are him. JohnDePetro.com is, so he owns two websites, DePetro.com and JohnDePetro.com. I don't know. This is just what they gave me. But, and then there's this email. So is he saying that some of these are him and some of them are not? I don't even give a shit. This one's clearly real. Like, he can't deny this one's not real, in which he's bragging about celebrities and whatever. So if this one's fake, whatever, but it's the same source that sent it to me. It is the same fucking source. I'm going to ask him tomorrow, can I see the actual email? But it's undeniable. The other one has his email at the top. I don't know. So anyway, and he admits talking to this person, I believe. So address is John at DePetro. There it is. Yeah. Again, look at this. Someone just sent this one to me. Yeah. John at DePetro.com. That's on his fucking Facebook. That's him. There we go. Got him. He clearly was messaging with a woman named who he thought was named Allison Clark, who he thought was Hank Brennan's talent agent. Like, what's he talking about, bro? You got catfish. If this one's not real, fine. Okay, I will take it back in a minute. If this one's not real, because this one does not have his email at the top, but this one does. So that's clearly fucking him. Undeniably him. Anyway, we're going to pretend it's real because I have no reason to believe my source is not telling the truth. And it says, "Dear Mr. Brennan, I'm reaching out again to respectfully request that you consider taking over the prosecution of Aiden Carney. Sources have told me and others that most, if not all, charges against Mr. Carney may soon be dismissed. The development is deeply concerning to the McCabe and O'Keefe families who feel overlooked by DA Michael Morrissey's office. Mr. Carney's actions including the alleged illegal recording of Karen Reed, which has now come to light, have caused significant distress. Despite outreach from some of Miss Reed's adversaries, encouraging her to press charges, she has chosen not to pursue this course. If Mr. Carney avoids accountability, many, including myself, will lose faith in the Commonwealth's justice." So I would again point out there that, like, if this is real and this is actually happening, that Karen Reed's adversaries are reaching out to Karen Reed and asking her to press charges against me, right? I would remind you guys, nobody would even know. And like, if people didn't publicly put this all out there, none of this would be happening. So it makes you wonder about the intentions. Like, just understand you're feeding into their bullshit, but go ahead. Totally. Yeah. You guys totally support justice, you know, helping the McAlberts out, but go ahead. Yeah, sure. Okay. We believe that your leadership in this case could ensure that the charges are pursued, effectively preventing their dismissal. Mr. Carney's actions have caused considerable harm, and we feel strongly that he should face appropriate consequences, which we believe should be life imprisonment. Wow. Heavy. I don't know. But I'd like for all the people pointing this, you can't say that like, oh, I support Turtle Boy, but I'm also participating in this shit that's trying to send him to jail. That is clearly the goal of this. And the people that wanted to make a public spectacle out of this and make content out of it when there's like, what was this for? Because clearly you guys don't care because you didn't care about Flipperhead. So like, what did you care about? You know? They like, this is what they want. It's just a game for you guys though, right? Fuck out of here. So anyway, let me read some more turtle chats then, shall we? Oh, Emily C sends $10 and goes, John at DePetro.com is the email that he gives out in the video where he smashed the taillight on verdict day. Of course it is. So there you go. There you have it, folks. Okay. So it is his, and I love how Elle Woods took her Twitter account down. I wish I screenshotted more of her bullshit, but whatever. We got it. I mean, you got that, huh, Linz? That didn't work out too well for you. Okay, next. What's this? Hold on. What's this message? I'm getting a. Sometimes I get good text during the show. I got to read. Yeah, it's clearly more people are sending me. It's on his Twitter profile, john@DePetro.com. It's clearly him. Okay. Next. All right. Inverted Baby Clay sends $10, goes, if DePetro were any more retarded. No, I already read the one. Joanne sends $10, goes, okay, again, I'm just reading this. It's a drama one. It's about the like said thing, what Jess did. Again, okay, so I'm not going to read it. I appreciate the $10. I read what you said. But I don't want to start any drama with that. I wish all this drama would die down. You know, I just don't. We're all supposed to be on the same team here, people. I wish everybody would just chill, but there's that. I'm not going to read that one, but I appreciate the $10. I read what you said, and thank you for messaging me. All right. Corinne's cat Yunt sends $5 and goes, you found and exposed the biggest case of police corruption of the century. You started a movement and put everything you had into reporting the truth. You helped free an innocent woman. The catch, again, that innocent one happens to be, I don't want to read this because I'm not trying to start any shit. And then it says Turtle Boy for president. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I've always said with this case that, you know, the personality of who, it doesn't matter who Karen Reed is. Like Karen Reed was was a interchangeable person in this whole, she was the victim of this. She's the victim in this whole thing. She was wrongly charged with a murder she didn't commit and framed. If it happened 2 years earlier, the movement would have been called Free Lindsay Higgins. Okay. Because she was John's last girlfriend. They were going to pin it on whoever. They just weren't going to go down themselves. The story was never, the movement was called Free Karen Reed because she was innocent, but this was about much more than one person. And, you know, people are like, well, it's her story to tell. Certainly. Yeah. I mean, she told her story in the documentary, and I'm glad she did. And I'm glad she's gotten her story out there and about what it's been like. And, you know, that's great. And I've talked to her many times, so I know what her story is. But this story is much bigger than her. This story is about like people, like I've seen some of the critics say that Turtle Boy, you were nothing without this story. Karen gave you the story, and you know, you're the reason, she's the reason that this happened, and you're nothing without you. She gave you this and fed it to you. Okay. And, my counter to that is no, this Michael Morrissey gave me this story, right? Without Michael Morrissey wrongly charging an innocent woman with murder, there's nothing to write about. Without Michael Proctor and Brian Tully, that's what this was about. This is a story of government corruption. And exactly, this is the idea, was that we are all Karen. That's exactly it. That's why so many people were there to support her. That's why so many people had her back, was that any one of us could have been in that position, right? And I did become in that position. I did become a victim of government corruption, right? That's the whole point. Okay. And I don't get, like, people like, oh, I was so blessed to have this and that. It's like, it was what? It's like, I had I'm a reporter, and she was a source for my reporting. Like, that's what our relationship always was, like, professionally. And that's what it was. So I don't get what's wrong with that. And honestly, if I didn't have access to Karen Reed, if I couldn't talk to her, there's certain things I wouldn't have had. Like, for instance, I would not have known the name Lucky Loughran. I would not have been able to go and find him, right? Because I wouldn't have known, because I would have went down to the DPW. They would have stonewalled me. They would have not answered any questions. And I never would have found that out ever. Right. So that's one story that Karen Reed led me down the path of. Right. But like, a lot of the stuff came from public court filings. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't find this story from Karen Reed. I found this story from Brian Johnson, the former Duxbury cop who sent me the affidavit, and I read it all over. And then I made the post, and yes, I write about it. And then the communication between what I thought was me and Natalie, but as it turns out was me and Karen talking through Natalie's began. And again, Natalie reached out to me. Like, I made the post saying that I'm going to be writing the story. I can't believe this. This is crazy. Okay. A lot of people saw that. A lot of people saw that post and they were like, oh yeah, like, you know, like, oh, this is exciting. So a lot of people saw it, including the McAlberts. I got messages from Chris Albert and Jillian Daniels asking me not to write about it because they were fans of mine. And I also got a message from a woman named Natalie. And Natalie was clearly acting on behalf of Karen Reed, which means that she saw my post or was alerted to my post. Karen Reed could have contacted me at any point from February 2nd, 2022 until April 18th, 2023. All right. But she never contacted me because I assume she didn't follow me, right? She didn't know who I was, which is fine. I'm not a big, like, do you know who I am kind of guy. Like, I had a decent sized following. I think I had like 25,000 subscribers and Twitter followers, which is obviously a lot less than I have now, but it was a decent following. And I built that up over time through writing other stories. But like, you know, I get contacted by her and she's like, starts giving me information, right? Through Natalie, of course. And, you know, I would have written it without that information. Like she helped fill in some blanks with pictures and stuff like that, you know, but from there, I just consumed the court filings. Like if you go through the Canton cover up series, part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like very few of them required direct information from Karen Reed. Okay. Some of them, like I would not have known the name Lucky Loughran were it not for Karen Reed. That 1000% came from her. Okay. So she gets the full credit for that, right? For directing me towards the name Lucky Loughran. Her private investigator, Paul Mikowski, found him before anyone. So want to be clear. I did not find Lucky Loughran, right? I did interview him, right? And I did seek him, track him down and interviewed him. So I did do that, right? But like, I don't know, like it's like I did a bunch of work on this, and like, would it have been as good if I didn't have Karen Reed as a source? No, there's certain details I would have had, right? We were a team, but like, would I have? I was going to write about it either way. It's like, this is what I do. I was fascinated by the 94-page affidavit that Alan Jackson filed on April 12th, 2023. That is what caught my attention. That is what had the stuff about the Google search in it. That is what had the stuff about the up and down 3 flights of stairs, and the autopsy photos were in that. I was sold on that. Now, I did get the color autopsy photos from Karen Reed, but I didn't have, like, because they were black and white in the filing. They weren't as clear. So she gave me better, more enhanced versions of it, which sure, yeah, it adds to it. Of course it adds to it. It makes it more visual and whatever. But like, I was going to write about it either way. People act like you were just handed a story, and like, no, I worked for it. I read it. I researched it. I wrote about it. I sourced it. And I was a woman by the name of Natalie reached out to me and wanted to help. And so I did. So like that's it. I don't get why anybody thinks that's like I don't get it. Like, that's called journalism. And if somebody contacts you and it's like, well, I have more information for you about this, well, you're going to take it. Right. So I don't get what people are saying. That's the fucking story. Like, that's the whole, and we've been over this. This isn't like a secret. Like, everybody knows. And by writing about this, I didn't go to jail for Karen Reed necessarily, right? Like, that's not why I didn't go like, oh, I'm going there because I'm a fucking like a martyr for Karen Reed. I didn't do that. I went to jail because I wrote about the Karen Reed story and what was happening to Karen Reed. I wrote about the government corruption, and that's why they arrested me. I didn't get arrested because I wrote about anything besides that. And And I went up to these people who I thought I was always much more interested in the McAlberts and the Norfolk DA's office than I was in Karen Reed. Karen Reed is the victim in this, right? So I was always more interested in them, and I wanted to ask them questions, and I want to, do what reporters do, what people in 60 Minutes did, and get up in their face and ask them questions and grill them and hold protests and whatever. And that's what I did. That was what I added to it. And I thought it was effective. I thought that, like, me going to that lacrosse game and asking Jennifer McCabe questions was very telling. That wasn't witness intimidation. That was very telling. Like, her response to her laugh, her sinister laugh, her hat on, right, that said gang fugitive unit on it. Matt McCabe pushing me. Hey, tough guy. I thought that was very telling. All of that is very telling. Okay, move. This motherfucker banned. Ban. You do not ever tell me to move on. Oh my God. Fucking banned for life. See you later. Go make a fucking alt account. I'll ban it too. Yeah, she was grinning, like all that shit. I don't know. Next. So next one here. $5 from Paul Young says, I like this O'Connor guy. I wish he would go after the state's corrupted judiciary. Okay, thank you. Danielle Harrington Freeman sends $10, goes, today a student was asking me about cats and kittens. I blurted out, we have no cats, Kathleen. Oh, per Cat Cafe. If you guys haven't read that story, we have no cats, Kathleen. One of the best series that has ever been published on turtleboysports.com. Go check it out. The per Cat Cafe. Okay. Yeah, so there we go. Nick sends $25 and it goes, it does appear they have filed a complaint, which is charging on October 3rd. What the fuck is wrong with these people? You're a fucking journalist. Can a journalist never write a story about someone that makes them feel bad? It's upside down. Best of luck to you, brother. Exactly. I mean, we need to look into this tomorrow. I mean, all I did was write a story about someone. That's it. We went over that. That's it. Bestie versus Lovey Mediator sends $10, goes, Nurse Kim on her live said that you told possibly Jess or your other circle fake names to see who the leak was. What? Can you expound on this part? I totally get it if you can't, but can you say, since she brought it up, she made Jess sound like she got played by you? I don't want to talk about that. So I appreciate the $10, but we're just going to avoid, because of obvious, they're trying to put me in jail. I'm not going to fuck around with that. So I appreciate the $10, but you know better than that. So obviously I can't comment on that. And other people have, like the people who are putting this information out there and are making these public accusations, just understand they're actively attempting to put me in jail. Like, that is the goal of what they're trying to do. So we are not fucking around with that. So thank you very much. Rosaline sends $10, goes, Dr. Crowded Fridge Daddy, just some silliness. Merch idea. Handprint fridge magnet saying Turtle Boy was here. Joke. How is life like toilet paper? You're either on a roll or taking shit from someone. No, true. Remember, it may take a while, but the turtle always wins the race. Exactly. Thank you, Rosaline. Callie sends $10, goes, Aiden, Will was right. We'll all pay $5 a month for our names to be green on YouTube. Don't sleep on the grift. I know. I need to get on the grift. I got to get on that. Thank you. Asser and Frisch sends $20. He goes, listen, Turtle, I might need to know if you're going as DePetro, because that's one of my 2 finalist costumes if I'm able to make the Halloween party. It's between DePetro and Higgins, but I'm leaning Higgins. Ooh, yeah, Higgins would be a good one too. Just wear the hoodie. Yeah, whatever you want to do. We'll talk about it, Asser and Fish. Thank you. Next. Colleen sends $13 and goes, nice shirt, Crusader. Well, thank you very much. I got it at Marshall's. Thank you. I appreciate that. Nikki Anderson sends $10, goes, Aiden, as a content creator, spent money and time for 2 years taking in all thing Massachusetts Commonwealth versus Karen Reed. The first I heard about the case was from your live with Rakita Law. Your pro Karen Reed arguments were on point and I was hooked. Whatever the reason, I don't understand how she does not feel the need to come together with you and all her supporters post victory. The lack of acknowledgement is bewildering. It's extremely unprofessional. I'm glad an innocent woman is not behind bars. You are the son of a woman, aren't we all? People need to remember you have feelings too. As a mom of two young men myself, your mom must have been so proud. Of course she was. She was very proud of me. But again, I don't want to hit crap on Karen Reed. That's not what I'm here to do at all. She's a free woman who is entitled to say and do whatever she wants. She's entitled to acknowledge and thank whoever she wants. And, it's a free country. That's all I got to say about that. So I'm not looking for a thank you. I never was ever looking for that. Honestly, the only thing one thing I was somewhat hoping for was like some sort of like statement saying that my charges are bullshit or like something like that we support, Aiden. And I feel like David Yannetti did do that when he went on the Glares thing. And Bob Alessi has done, the same thing. And so that I did appreciate that. But, again, would I appreciate that? Of course I'd appreciate that. That would go a long way. That would be a very powerful statement and thing to do. Because my charges are bullshit and Karen Reed's charges were also complete and total bullshit, which is why I spent 3 years advocating for those. So, but that's fine. I have a great support system, who will be there for me every step of the way, regardless. It is odd how the media seems to have lost, besides Mass Live. Mass Live does a great job. Charlie McKenna reporting on my charges. Boston.com has done stories. Abby Patkin has done some good stories on it as well that I think are pretty accurate and telling. But like the Globe, Ted Daniel put out a thing today on the phone thing tomorrow, and which is good, but it's like, bro, you guys, Ted Daniel was at my arraignment. He was at my second arraignment. He was at all my early court dates. And I understand he's not the one who is making the decision about, like, I'm sure corporate masters are the ones deciding what gets covered, but it's just odd that they just stopped. They were just like, yeah, well, we're done with this. But it's like, bro, it's getting interesting now. We got this mega motion coming up, and we got like the motion to recuse Cosgrove. Like, this is interesting information. So there's that. But again, I want to be very clear that I don't want to have any animosity towards Karen Reed or JFK or any of these people. Okay. That's it. And if they have animosity towards me, that's fine. Okay. I want no part of it. I just want to, if again, I got a lot of things to work on. I got my charges. I got more stories to do. That's it. I have nothing against any of them moving forward, especially with the JFK situation. I said my piece, but that was firing back. You know what I mean? That was like, they were firing and I fired back. And I feel like now that we've all, eventually wars have to end, right? You don't just continue fucking firing and firing and firing. Like, eventually both parties have to agree that it's over. Right. And so I'm doing my part, saying I'm done. I'm out. If you want to keep doing it, that's fine. But I'm officially laying down my sword, and I've said what I need to say, and that's it. All right. So there we go. Also, I don't control the glare. I think that is an unfair thing to say, because they've kind of been like, well, the glare is doing this and glare is saying that. And you gave him the link. Well, he asked for the link, so I gave it to him, and so I do not control the glare. And if I asked Will, can you stop beefing with JFK? First of all, I would feel uncomfortable doing that, because I don't like asking anyone else to like curtail their free speech, because this is America, right? But I think if I asked him to stop, he would probably, even though he's a friend of mine, he'd probably be like, nah, dude, I appreciate you, I respect you, but this is how I feel. I'm going to say what I want to say. I wouldn't do that. So, and I don't think he would do it if I asked him to do, but so, there we go. All right. Next. Morgan sends $5, goes to PP, wanted to believe the foreman was illiterate, even though jurors received their summons in the mail, which they do in fact have to actually read. And furthermore, they have to read and fill out lengthy questionnaires before ever being selected. But sure, John, the jury foreman was definitely illiterate, blind, deaf, and black. He's giving Helen Keller a run for her money. I mean, it was blatantly racist what he was saying up there about them. I mean, just blatantly racist. So there's not much more to say about that. Next. Nicola sends $10 and goes, Psycho. What does this say? Psycho L was always in the Young Jerks chat during the trial, bragging about her conversations with Paul. Get some screenshots of those. She would brag about being a model, her lawyer husband, and judge father, as well as other things. You could tell she was going to turn into another Esty when everyone forgot about her existence after the trial. Psycho, keep up the good work. Turtle Boy, we love you. Yeah, she was a real pick-me girl, wasn't she? Free Norfolk County sends $5 and goes, hear ye, hear ye. All persons having anything to do with the Honorable, the Justice of Dedham District Court, now sitting in Norfolk County, draw near, give your attendance, and you shall be heard. God save the Commonwealth. Dude, I forgot about that. That is such that I that's in my brain. Every day we heard that for like 30-something days straight. Yeah. Next. Your future employee sends $10 and goes, Daddy, you're just the best. Well, thank you so much, your future employee. Brian Fitzgerald sends $10 and goes, the offense date on the New Jersey shit is August 18th. Okay. Thank you. Is that when I wrote the article? I don't even know. Okay. But either way. All right. Let me read some turtle chats. So cash apps rather. Chad. Okay. Who always sends me the randomest cash apps for $5. Just says tonight, he just says Rusty Monkey. So that's Chad's message tonight. Chad, if you're new here, every day, every show, he sends me a $5 turtle chat. And I don't understand what it means ever. And it's usually one or two words. And he just see you Saturday, Chad. I appreciate that. Thank you. Rusty Monkey tonight. Okay. JJ sends $5, goes, counter effing sue everybody that sues you. She's not suing me though. She's having me criminally charged. The state of New Jersey is charging me. Like, that's the crazy part. I don't even know. Oh, I got a screen record in my DMs, on my Twitter DMs of her. Let me see if we can read this. Oh, she was screen recorded the Twitter account. I have to request access though. So you send me an account that requires like you approving access. So for me to watch that video, you have to do that. Okay. All right. Cool. Let me just refresh the turtle chats. Make sure we don't have anything there. No, we're good. Okay. I'm going to read some comments. The chat have anything to say? All right. What's going on there? So were there a lot of trolls in the chat tonight? I can't read the chat during the show. So James Jackson is here. Hello, James. Has he been starting shit? I don't know. I have no interest in that if he is, but. How about them Pats? Exactly, bro. They're great. Free fridge daddy, indeed. Exactly. Exactly. Nurse Kim is great. Nurse Kim is a ride or die, and she's just a sweet lady, man. And I'm happy to call her a friend. I don't think we were really like friends a couple months ago. Like I knew her, I'd met her once, but I would definitely call us friends now at this point. Yeah, I mean, I'm a casual hockey fan. You know, I follow the Bruins. I don't watch like every game. Well, I mean, how can you when I do a live show a couple nights a week? But, you know, I will watch once the playoffs start. I get obviously more into it, but I don't know if we're going to be in the playoffs for a while now. I don't know. Unpopular opinion. Karen pretending to be Natalie. No, she didn't pretend to be Natalie. I was talking to Natalie, but Natalie was just the surrogate because Karen Reed didn't want to, I guess, I don't know what she did. She didn't want to like to be tied to me. I don't know. Eventually she got over it because Natalie turned out to be a nut job and she was done. You know, her usefulness was over. So she was thrown out. But I mean, that was a blessing. Natalie sucked. Natalie's horrible. The Pat schedule is a fucking joke, dude. Browns, Titans, Jets again. Bengals happen to be horrible now. The Ravens happen to be 1-4. Like we hit the lottery this year with that schedule. The Giants are on the schedule. Like, give me a break. We might go like 12-5. There's a very good possibility the Patriots are like an 11 or 12 win team. Somehow. We've already almost matched last year's win total. Your guess is as good as mine what Chris Albert was at the federal courthouse last week. I have no idea. Does I don't know if Ray from Dallas wants to reveal himself. I think he should. Fuck it. Love the chat rats. You guys are great. Oh, thank you, Nurse Kim. We love you. Wait, is JFK here? NDAs for all fridge participants. I need to get NDAs. Like, no more screenshots of my, you know what I mean? Whatever. Sorry, a little yawn there. Pat's playing until they play the Dolphins. Well, we already beat them once this year, pal. We got another one coming up. No Tyreek Hill. Telling you, it's gonna be a great year. Steph Diggs. Whew, what a pickup that was. Underrated. Ray wants to come on. How can I get Ray on? Ray, can you DM me on Twitter and I can send you a link? I don't know. Or you can email me, turtleboysports@gmail.com. And if you got a couple minutes because it's getting late, if you want to come on. Finger blast, Daddy. Stop it. Oh, God. Yikes. No, Yankee fans aren't trolls. I mean, Yankee fans are welcome here. You know, it is what it is. Turtle Boy, come to Alabama for some. I've never been to Alabama before. I don't know if I ever will. If I go to Alabama, it'll be for a college football game. It has to be. Go see Auburn. Go see the War Eagles. All right. Who's going live? JFK? Okay. How about this? Why mention my name if you ain't spinners? Why bro. I mean, I can't do anything right with these guys, dude. I'm saying I don't want any problems for you guys, okay? And that's not like I'm scared of you or anything like that or whatever. It's why mention your name, because I'm setting the record straight tonight that I'm good. I've got it all out of my system. I offered you a sign of peace. I texted you, and that's it. So I don't want any more problems for you guys. All right. And that's not like, oh, I'm scared of you, or it's nothing like that. Okay. It's like, it's unproductive. It's not productive to have these sideshows. And I think we can both agree that that's what it is. Right. Okay. Sorry, I'm still reading the chat. Yeah, you're right, BLT Media. You're right about that. They're hard to enforce. Oh, thanks, man. Positive. I'm glad Glaire's feeling better. He's had a rough couple days, guys. You know, I mean, the whole internet was not the whole internet, but like I thought his stream the other night. I listened to the whole thing. There was a lot of love. I love Dina calling in too. I love hearing from boots on the ground and them sharing their thoughts. You know. Sorry, I'm catching up on the chat. Let's see. Oh, was Erica texting me here? What's she saying? He said email in the chat. Ray wants to come on. Okay, email turtleboysports@gmail.com. Let me check if Ray has emailed me. No. Oh, wait. He has. It's Ray from Dallas. But how do I know this isn't a troll? Again, I'm going to send you. This is just to prove that he is a real person. We're going to find out right now. I'm going to send him. I am emailing Ray from Dallas the link. All right. To join me. But you got to go on cam. And when you're backstage, I need to see you camming up because I'm not getting porn bombed here. If you guys unfamiliar with a porn bomb is what drama channels do sometimes is they have you go on, you send them a link, and then they come on, and as soon as they come on, they change their camera to masturbation. And immediately gets your whole video demonetized. Like it fucks your shit up. And you get strikes. It's just you can't get porn bombed. So you gotta come backstage and I gotta see your face, Ray. You gotta show me your face. I don't want to get porn bombed. It's happened to me before. I'm like, oh fuck. Oh, great. There we go. Okay, let's see if Ray wants. I'll give Ray a couple minutes to jump on. I sent them the link. This is just. Let me see. All right, Ray, you got it. So Ray is backstage. It's real. I'm gonna bring him up right now. This appears to be a black man backstage.
Turtle boy, what's popping?
How you doing, man?
Let me turn this. Listen to you every Tuesday and Saturday night. I just want to get on her because and I'm gonna show my face. I just want to show everybody my skin color.
You're
they
black.
know my voice.
Yeah.
Just to know I'm none of them fake trolls on the internet. I would never mess with nobody character like that. Now, Turtle Boy, listen. I do this for you, Will the Glare, right? Because it could have been me or anybody else. So that's all I'm saying. I ain't gonna say nothing else. And like you say, you can't censor nobody from saying what they want to say. So I'm gonna continue to talk my shit for you, Will the Glare, and anybody else who tried to do this. Because what you did, Turtle Boy, right? Think about this. They talking about this bullshit, and I apologize for my language, right? They talking about this bullshit on how you, this so-called fucking shit I don't give a fuck about, and I'm sorry, right? Because you is the reason for the season, like I said on the OG Will the Glove show. Salute to the OG. And anybody talk down on him, I'm coming for their head. I mean, and then look, you saved somebody from getting committed for murder. That's the reason why I do this. And I explain it on my shit. So that's why I'm doing this. You don't know me.
I don't know you. I've never met you before in my life. Never met you before.
And I'm a blood, like everybody was talking about, oh, Will the Glare, this him, this Auntie Dale. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Ray. Thank you for coming on. And we appreciate clearing that up. Well, there it is. That's settled, folks. I don't think that's Auntie Deb. I don't think that was Will. Did that look like Will to you guys? I don't think he can fake that. I don't think he can fake that. So there you go. There you go. So all the people who've been posting that, it's Will. I'm going to need you all to post a mea culpa tomorrow. You're all going to need to post some sort of thing. Like, I was wrong as fuck. And I apologize to the wrongfully accused people who I accused of being Ray from Dallas. That's the voice from Ray from Dallas. And that is not white skin. That is a black man. I know that's a fucking black man. Period. So there we go. The only reason I brought him on was to just clear that up so that I feel like it's cleared up. And it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. So some people are going to have to apologize for that. I don't think they will, but they, that was the big criticism of Ray from Dallas is you're saying all this shit and, oh, it's fake AI voice. No, that was real. That was very, very real. So, all right, cool. Anyone else got anything to say before we call it a night? All right. So anyway, I guess we'll call it a night, guys. Let me see any more comments here. Well, thank you guys once again for all your support, but not only your financial support, but your emotional support, being there for me. It's not easy being Turtle Boy sometimes. Like I read an article about someone and I felt like charges in fucking New Jersey. Like I can't even catch a break, I'm out on bail. The people I supported are trying to send me to jail and shit. Like, what happened? Just want to get along and do my thing, do my journalism thing. Like, give me a break. Protect myself. So anyway, guys, we'll talk soon. All right. You guys have a wonderful night. We'll see everybody for Sex Cult on Thursday. All right. Peace to you, bum crease turtle riders.
It calls for data